people spend so much time going at each other in the city. I'm just like, when they wake up, they'll realize the unity is when you got somebody from Denver who get posted on a big blog, you don't go on that blog and say, but check me out too. You know what I'm saying? Like you cutting everybody else's legs off, and people see that. That's how you get this shit cracking. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's like, we got to be more united and we got to do this. And they look at unity as Trev Rich should give me a free feature because I'm from Denver. What are you talking about? And I used to have the same mentality as everybody else. Like, I got to put the city on. I got to put the city on. Like, I'm telling you now, mentality. Like, you putting your cell phone is putting the city on. So focus on putting your cell phone. That's it. Once you put your cell phone, people going to be like, where he from? Bam, the city's on. But everybody's like, we got to put
Maha Minute, #1 podcast in the universe, man. We live with the Grammy nominated Park Hill legend, man. Trev Rich, man.
Talk about it, man. Talk about it, man. We in this bitch. I've been waiting to talk my shit for a little while now, so.
Hell yeah. No, I seen you posted on your story. You were like, yo, I'm trying to help on some podcasts.
Yeah, like I want to talk my shit too. I'm back. I'm all the way back now, so it's like, I feel like we got to catch up, update the people on what the fuck going on.
Nah, facts. I think the last one was like, what, 2020?
Yeah, that was 2020. Like either coming right out. Oh, I think that was before COVID.
Yeah.
It was either coming right out of COVID or before COVID. I can't remember, but it's been a minute.
Definitely been at least like 2 years.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely time to update the people. I appreciate you for it.
Yeah, man. This is what, this shit we gotta do. Turn up, you know what I'm saying? Got my pops at the barbershop, you know what I'm saying? Got my nigga Kenny shit. Do my little quick shout outs real quick, and then we gonna get to it. Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, man. So let's just get right into it.
Let's do this.
Last interview was more kind of your backstory and stuff like that. So this time I kind of want to rewind back to then, 2020, 21. Obviously, like the big project that you released was Out the Dark.
Yeah.
The way you kind of rolled that out was unique. I haven't seen no one do that in Colorado, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of want to talk about that and how that project came together.
Yeah. Out the Dark was probably like one of my favorite, and I feel like it's some of my like most acclaimed records. Like when people talk about my music, you know what I'm saying? Like Out the Dark comes up a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like everybody talk about, it's always going to be like the flexes and the paybacks and all of that stuff. But as like a body of work, I feel like Out the Dark was like one of my most complete bodies of work. It was just like a moment in time, bro. When I started recording that, I didn't even feel like I was recording an album. I just felt like I was just making music. You know what I'm saying? Then it just ended up being a solid project altogether. And the rollout kind of just came to me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even nothing like I was just super thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, damn. And it just came out like, that would be hard in the motherfucker. So I started doing, you know what I'm saying, a rollout like that. And people was really fucking with it. They was unlocking everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, how you weren't really thinking about it? Because, like, I never seen that from even, Colorado artists anywhere, though. Like, I've never seen that from across the U.S. Someone was, like, literally, having people unlock songs and stuff like that.
Then you had to unlock the full project, and then as soon as I did it, some other motherfuckers start doing that shit. I'm just like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't like at this point, it ain't even like get about the credit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about the credit because I'm just like, if I got, it just came to me like that, and then I just start seeing it on my timeline. Like, if y'all want this record, y'all need to do this. I'm like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like, I just was at a point where I'm like, how am I going to get my fans, you know what I'm saying? Like my real core fan base involved in this project and excited about this project. And then that was just the thing, you know what I'm saying? And when they started unlocking the records and they unlocking records that they actually liked. So it'd be different if, you know what I'm saying, I got these motherfuckers doing all this shit and then they unlocking records and they're like, this shit trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, they was unlocking records and then one record they got, they like, oh shit, all right, we want another one. Then we want another one. So I did a lot of shit, man. I got a lot of merch off. You know what I'm saying? Like my numbers just start going up, and I mean, still to this day, my numbers ain't dropped. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't really been dropping shit, so it was dope. It was super dope.
Yeah, I wanted to get into kind of like how you decide to like drop stuff and like when a little later in the interview too. But like, did you know that the project was gonna hit like it did, or even when you came out with the idea to unlock things, did you think it was gonna be successful, or did you have any like skepticism? Like, I don't know if this is gonna work. Like, how was that?
Nah, I feel like I done got to the point in my career where it's like, this is what I want to give you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's not even about the response. Of course, I appreciate the feedback and I appreciate my fans fucking with it, but it's like, it's not like, do y'all want this? It's like, nah, this is what I'm giving y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is how I'm feeling. This is the music I'm making. Like, I can't change like how I feel in the music that I'm making to fit what they want. It's kind of like, we got to tell them what to like, you know what I'm saying? And then and if you don't like it, go play something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that easy. So I feel like I'm a perfectionist, you know what I'm saying? And in the sense of, I know how hard I work on my music. When I give it to them, I'm like, it's ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't even on no, like, I hope they like it. I'm like, by the time I'm giving it to y'all, it's ready. You know what I'm saying? It's ready to go.
Yeah. I can tell you really like take your time
to
like put out a quality project.
Hell yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I need to focus on that because sometimes I just be pushing, but like you gotta focus on the quality of the interview, focus on the quality of the music.
And it's like lock in. You know what I'm saying? Like lock in on some like right now I ain't even working on no album. You know what I'm saying? I got hella singles that, you know what I'm saying, I'm rocking with right now. But as far as putting together a whole body of work, like, nah, I'm working on, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm putting singles together, and then once the singles get ready, you know what I'm saying, get to the point where I'm pushing these singles on a national, international level. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, it's not time for an album right now. It's time for me to like put some, you know what I'm saying, marketing and promo behind my singles, and then get to the point where they gonna damn near have to beg me for an album. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you want to push your shit, press your line. If you just keep giving out album and album and album, it's kind of just like, what are you making the fans work for? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, now it's like single. Oh yeah, y'all love that single, I'm gonna give y'all another one. Oh yeah, y'all love that single, I'm gonna give y'all another one. You know what I'm saying? Until they like, bro, where's the fucking album? And at that point, it's gonna be like, I'm gonna give you another single. You know what I'm saying? Like, until they really just, I need that album, then they'll get the album. You know what I'm saying? But as far as, I'm ready to drop music, and I just want to drop music like no feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in that space, I'm in that mind state right now to where it's like, I'm not trying to compete with every artist in Denver. I'm like, bro, it's time for us to compete with every artist, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I want to do. So it's like, I gotta make records, and I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, compete with the big dogs. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to feel like, you know, we just competing for the local crown. You feel me?
Yeah, I respect it.
Yeah, like, there ain't nothing that come with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I did all of this to just be like, I'm the best in Denver, like, I'm selling my own self short. You feel me? And it's like, that's where I'm at with it right now. It's just a bunch of singles. We putting that shit together though.
Okay. Now, when it comes to that project, like you said, and I know I'm kind of new-ish to the scene. I've only been doing this for like almost 5 years. So I've really only been paying attention to your last couple projects. But from what I've seen from you so far, the Out the Dark blew everything else out. Just from the visuals to like the concepts, the ideas behind the release, like just everything all together. That was easily the most complete best project. It was 2021, right? Yeah, 2021. That shit was dope. I wanted to like talk about a couple of the visuals. You know, there's a lot of dope videographers in the city. There's a lot of dope visuals, but like when you came with the bird's eye view and the Gandhi shit, especially those two in particular, like it was just different. Like,
bro.
You know, like first they got you like all like I don't know how to like just mini like
like hella small, like standing next to this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Leaning on the chair leg type shit.
And then you like taller than the buildings and shit. I was like tripping out when I seen that. And then
that's Leland. That's Leland. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it come to that shit, like Leland, I think Leland's biggest problem, and probably a bunch of videographers' biggest problem, is like, they so creative, but you got to have like the budget to like really let them be creative. You feel me? So it's like,
it costs a lot of money and time to do shit like that.
Hell yeah. Like, how he was putting together the bird's eye view was so crazy. And I'm just like, this shit about to go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew like from the moment that he was like, we doing this, I'm like, bro, this about to be big. And then Gandhi shit, we probably drove like an hour out, you know what I'm saying, and shoot that motherfucker. Just found a crazy ass open ass field. Like, bro, we about to shoot
outside the city.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I feel like that whole project, I was really like in a zone, and I had to lock in, you know what I'm saying? Like, to really like, that's why I want to do a project right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He killed it with that one, huh?
Yeah, I'm like, like when I say I wanted to put out a complete body of work and roll it out the complete way and do the best videos possible, I feel like I did everything I could with Out the Dark. You know what I'm saying? To the point people was like, yo, this is album of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like out of town. It wasn't even in
Yeah, it was
people
top 10
just in town.
on the Apple charts, right?
Yeah. So it was like that project went so crazy. And then after that, I was like, I did it. I feel like the only thing that didn't come with that project was the Grammy nod. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, at that point, it was just like, it is what it is.
Right.
I did it. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I showed myself I could fucking do it. And that's all I really wanted to do with that project. And people like love that shit.
Yeah. No, yeah, he was top 10 on the Apple charts. I think it reached 9 or did it reach higher?
Right. It reached 9.
9, okay.
Yeah.
And then it was on what? Say Cheese, Academic.
Yep, Academic, Say Cheese. They talked about it on Joe's podcast. They had it in the running for album of the year on his podcast. So it was dope. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Nah, so I mean, it was going crazy. Obviously, like the Colorado blogs were promoting it, but when you start getting those outside looks, and like you're talking about, that's you know what I'm saying. What's important? So.
Yeah, a lot of people was doing like the where they would watch the videos and review and shit. Like it was like crazy shit. Like it just kind of just picked up steam and took off after that. And, yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
But one of my personal favorites, just because I'm a huge Kobe fan, was the 24-8 too. I like how you had the Charlotte jersey.
Yeah,
you don't see that.
You don't see that. His first jersey, like when people seen it, like everybody who got it. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, it was just like it is what it is.
Yeah. But okay, so let's talk about a couple other accomplishments since then as well. You've been on Madden and 2K now, right?
Yeah, but we wrote something for 2K, but I was actually on Madden. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
song,
so the 2K song was Big by Kendra J, and we put that together, you know what I'm saying? And then they was like, we love this shit. So they pumped that song on there, and then Madden came right back around right after that, like, yo, we want this record, you know what I'm saying? And like, for a lot of records, until they become like big records, you know what I'm saying? I just hook. I just be putting hooks down. Just hook only, you know what I'm saying? So they like, bro, go put verses on this record, you know what I'm saying? Go put verses on this record so we can put this shit on the game. And I'm like, okay, bet. So I just went and knocked out the verses with the producers, Wallace Lane, shout out to them. And then the rest is history.
How does an artist like make that happen? Because that just seems like such a unique and tough thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Especially coming out of Denver, like
you gotta have a team, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell people all the time, like build. Like I just been posting it a lot lately, but it's been like me just building a machine around myself. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the biggest thing. Like as an artist, I feel like the most frustrated I was as an artist was when I had to be artist, businessman, manager, A&R. Like I had to do everything myself. Now it got to the point where it's like I got a team around me, you know what I'm saying, who can really put shit in motion. So it's like all I got to do is create. And once I get, you know what I'm saying, to the point where I'm just creating, like that's my best space I could be in as an artist, is just creating, so I just create and send records off. You know what I'm saying? Like we got hundreds of records in this box folder. It was like, all right, we're going to send this to this place. We're going to send this to this. We're going to send this to, you know what I'm saying? And like, that's how it got to be, because that just gives me room to just do what I do. I don't gotta manage myself. I don't gotta fucking A&R everything. Like sending out emails all the time. Like I still do it, you know what I'm saying? But it's like I got a team around me who just helps lighten the load, pretty much. You know what I'm saying?
You kind of got to, you know what I'm saying? Like with business.
Yeah. Like I still like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm still the CEO of my business, you know what I'm saying? But it's just, I have a team around me who like oversee shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like that's pretty much it. Like I never mixed my songwriting and my artist teams. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a team as an artist, I got a team as a songwriter. So when it comes to like the songwriting shit, I'm like, okay, we're gonna get this place, we're gonna send this out for sync. I'm talking to them. When it comes to Trev Rich business, I gotta perform at this, boom, boom, boom. I'm talking to them. So I don't never have to, you know what I'm saying, put both teams together and it just runs smooth like that. Yeah.
I do like how you kind of balance the both out. You know, you always come with music to drop, but like you're always obviously in your songwriting bag too.
Yeah, like a lot of those records, like the songwriting is the 2K. songwriting was Madden. You know what I'm saying? I did that for another artist, and they just like, nah, we want you on. You know what I'm saying? The Spider-Man, that was songwriting. They just left me on it. Like a lot of my songwriting shit just be me creating, and it just be records that I wouldn't see myself putting out under the Trev Rich brand. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I create, and then I'm like I wouldn't put out this pop record, but you know what I'm saying? It could get synced over here, somebody else sang it type shit. So that's like where the songwriting is dope, because I could just be as creative as possible. Right. I don't have to worry about, oh, my fan base ain't gonna fuck with this song. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't gotta worry about that shit at all.
How do you like sharpen your skills when it comes to songwriting, and like how do you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it takes a whole nother level of like work ethic to be able to be a songwriter, because you know a lot of people want to rap nowadays, a lot of people want to make music, and anyone could really hop on a mic and just start.
Bro, it's the easiest thing to do. You know what I'm saying? You don't even gotta make sense no more. So it's the easiest shit to do, is to get in the booth, get fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Freestyle a record and put it out. But it's like, I feel like the songwriting bag, you gotta be around them type of monsters. You know what I'm saying? Like my songwriting, I kept elevating once I got around other songwriters who was insane. You know what I'm saying? Like you get around them alien type motherfuckers who really, you like, oh shit, I gotta go crazy. You know what I'm saying? And like going to songwriting camps, you know what I'm saying? Where in the songwriting camp, just me being me, I'm like, nigga, I want to be the MVP of this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But you got some real monsters in them camps who's like, I want to be the MVP in this motherfucker. So that's just gonna make you go even harder. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like going in there with, and realizing like, nigga, I got invited to this room because I'm one of them. Right. You feel me? So it's like, if I'm around fucking 4 other songwriting monsters, nigga, I'm in the room with y'all because I'm one too. Right. And you really like carry that into, you know what I'm saying, them type of sessions. You can't be timid. It gets to the point where if I'm even working with the biggest artists, you know what I'm saying, I'm like, nah, I need it should sound like this. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm really trying to give my input, because it just goes further to say, I'm not just songwriting and writing a song that I don't care about and letting you do whatever the fuck you want to do with it. I'm actually in here producing a record with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I wrote the record, but I'm actually on some Quincy Jones shit. Like, you pull the beat out right here, turn your vocals up right here. Like, I care about every record that I'm a part of. So it's like, I have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't feel right just sitting there and letting somebody cut a record and I'm like, this don't sound right. I'm gonna say something every time, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, some artists is cool with that. Some artists be like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, just let me do my shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I'm going to say what I feel no matter what, every time. And I feel like every song, because songwriters, just as a songwriter, people like look at me all the time and be like, bro, I need to get into songwriting because that's where the bag at. Right. Like songwriting is one of them places where you gotta, just like rap, you gotta put up a bag to get a bag. You know what I'm saying? Like it comes from you paying for flights, you paying for rooms, you paying for, you know what I'm saying? Like I want to have a meeting with this person who charges $1,000 to consult people. Like you paying no matter what, if it's artist shit, songwriting shit. I think people got the common misconception about songwriting is that it's just free and you make all this money. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that ain't how this shit roll, bro. Like, and you getting pennies on the streams. You got to think how music is broken down on the business side. If you say, okay, I wrote this record, I need 25% of this record, like you getting 25% of that streaming. You don't get paid when they go on tour. You don't get paid, you know what I'm saying, when they get paid. You don't even get paid when the producer get his fee at the beginning before the records even drop. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you want to do songwriting, you got to be like really one of them motherfuckers in your bag. You know what I'm saying? And you just got to keep producing. I feel like as an artist, you don't got to produce as much as you got to as a songwriter. Because as a songwriter, you could be like, this person needs a record. As an artist, you like, I just need a record. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to be a songwriter, you got to write for this person, send them hooks. So you working way more than just the average artist work, but you just getting paid on the back end. You know what I'm saying? But the whole goal is to have 100 records out at one time. You know what I'm saying? And you getting percentages from all them records at the same time.
It's like, what do they call it? Like I guess multiple streams of income, but it's
it really is.
Like it all adds up though. It's like buying stocks. So
yeah, it's all gonna add up. Like you rather get 100% of a record that does fucking 0 streams, or would you rather get little pieces of records that's streaming crazy? You know what I'm saying? That's where the money's at as a songwriter. As a songwriter, you gotta like And you don't get to control when the artist put the record out. You could feel like you got to smash with the artist, but it's literally up to them when they want to put the record out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everybody looks at songwriting in a certain light, and I'm here to say that light is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just love to create, which is why I'm a songwriter. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I didn't love to create, I would never been a fucking songwriter.
Yeah. You got 531 million streams as a songwriter. That was last year, right?
Yeah.
That's almost unimaginable. I can't even think of that many streams. Like I think I had 500,000 views on YouTube. So
yeah, he was like, oh shit.
Like 500,000. That's all 500 million streams as a songwriter. So I couldn't imagine just like the percentages and how it breaks down. But my bad. What I was gonna say was like at some point I want to be like smart enough to like figure out all the percentages and have some label stuff going. So that's dope that you know.
Oh yeah, but you got to think like them 531 million streams. Like if you got a record that's platinum, that's pretty much, you know what I'm saying, over 100 million streams on one record.
Fair enough, yeah.
You feel me? So it's like, I'm like, we got to hit 1 billion. If we get fucking 3-4 platinum records this year, we out of there. You know what I'm saying? We had that beat so fast, but it's like, I just got to see for the 3-4 years that I've been songwriting, I really just got to see and be around some real like dogs in this game. You know what I'm saying? Like who really want this shit, who really going for it. And I just got to soak game in every session. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was a dope A&R, a manager, a CEO of a company who's in the session, like I just took the game, you know what I'm saying, from everybody and put it together. So now in my mind, I successfully know how to run a label. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been around this shit for 4 years. That was like college. It was like being in college or being an intern. You know what I'm saying? But I just get the songwriting the process. But it's like, now I'm like, I know I can run a label easily. I know how to build the machine. Like, I keep saying that shit because I'm branding that shit. The machine, bro. I know how to build it. I know how it runs smoothly. So now it's just like getting to a point where when that's the question. You know what I'm saying? Like, when do I want to? Not if. I know it's gonna happen. I just don't know when.
I respect that. That's how I feel like you gotta think and believe like that when you.
Yeah, and I want to sign artists and give them a bag. That's what I really want to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I really become like the CEO of my label and you see like, okay, they signed to Trev and they signed to Trev and they signed to Trev. Like, no, they got a bag. You know what I'm saying? And they got marketing budget and studio budget and this and that. Like, I want to do this shit how the big labels do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if my whole goal is to compete with the music industry. And that's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Not Denver, not, you know what I'm saying? The Aurora, like we all pretty much got to be together. Like we got to go at everybody else. And people spend so much time going at each other in the city. I'm just like, when they wake up, they'll realize like that's where the unity is at. The unity isn't fucking, oh, I got to go to everybody's show. The unity is when you got somebody from Denver who get posted on a big ass blog, you don't go on that blog and say, but check me out too. You know what I'm saying? Like you cutting everybody else's legs off and people see that shit. And you know what I'm saying? I see it all the time. If you like, okay, this new artist from Denver is on the Say Cheese or something like that. And you got everybody else like, they should have posted me. Like, nigga, that's the corniest shit I ever seen. You feel me? It's like run your shit up and get your shit posted too. But when you see that fucking Denver, Aurora, like anywhere in Colorado and you see them getting some pub and getting some, you know what I'm saying, real PR, like if you ain't got no issue with them personally, like just be like, dope. Put some fire emojis on that motherfucker or something. Like just, that's how you show unity. You show unity, not just being in the city. You show unity how tightly wrapped the city is to everybody else. That's how you get this shit cracking. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's like, we got to be more united and we got to do this. And they look at unity as Trev Rich should give me a free feature because I'm from Denver. What the fuck is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. The unity is us being together against other motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter what we do in the locker room. When it's time to come out and we got to play against this other team, we supposed to be solid. And that ain't how this shit is. So that's why I laugh every time they like, we just got to get unified. Like, y'all ain't even unified from y'all phones, bro. Imagine us got to go to war against crazy fucking another rap, you know what I'm saying, city. Gonna be like, we ain't fucking with that shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's why it's like, I got the whole mentality. And I used to have the same mentality as everybody else. Like, I gotta put the city on. I gotta put the city on. Like, I'm telling niggas now, fuck that mentality. Like, you putting yourself on is putting the city on. So focus on putting your cell phone. That's it. Once you put your cell phone, people gonna be like, where he from? Bam, the city's on. But everybody's like, we gotta put the city on. Like, bro, like, shut that shit up.
Yeah. I like what you're saying too, because I feel like a common misconception is like the old like in Atlanta, everyone fucks with each other, but not in Denver. But from my perspective, what I've seen even in other cities is it's the same shit almost.
Bro, it's the same shit everywhere.
Everyone's competing everywhere in a way, and everyone's, talking shit. And then at the same time, like, there's a lot of dope collabs too. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've seen you work with tons of artists. I've seen you do interviews with like almost every platform actor. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like there is a lot of unity. People just, I don't know, you know what I'm saying?
But that's the thing though. Like, bro, fuck, man.
I appreciate the energy.
Nah, real shit, because it's like, my thing is, all right, put it like this. What the fuck is special about wearing a Broncos jersey in Denver?
It's not. Everyone has a Broncos jersey.
Exactly. But when you got a whole clique of niggas in Denver who got that Broncos jersey on in LA, in Miami, in Texas, and they like, what the fuck? That's how you put on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you being in Denver, repping Denver, nigga, everybody does that. It's when you can go outside of this motherfucker and hold the city down and be a respectable person, you know what I'm saying? Being a real factor outside of this city, that you could come back home and be like, we put on. Everybody put on a fucking Broncos jersey in Denver, bro. You're not special. Nobody's special with a Broncos jersey in Denver. That's how people got to start seeing this shit. It's like, man, we putting on for Denver in Denver. Nigga, leave. Go put on outside of this motherfucker. That's how the city get on. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, not no knock to niggas. I know you got niggas on probation. You got niggas, you know what I'm saying? Just different shit. But it's like, you got the internet, so there ain't no excuse. Like, put it on outside of this motherfucker. When you start looking at your analytics and you get a fucking see your stats. What's your highest stats city? You know what I'm saying? You could look that shit up yourself. What's the top 10 highest cities that boost your music? And then you start fucking running your ads and running your promotion and your marketing in those cities, and run your shit up in those cities. So when it's time for you to get on the road and all of that shit, you can go do a 10 city tour with just your top 10 fucking cities on your stats.
And then they've seen your face already.
Bam. That's how you create your own market. That's how you create your circle. But it's like, if you want to be the fucking local legend forever, cool. That's cool too. You know what I'm saying? But we not just gonna be the all right, we like the local legend mentality is so like it's everywhere. It's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't want to say local as in just Denver. If somebody in Texas is listening to this interview, when it get out, there's a local, you know what I'm saying, celebrity, you a local legend. Like, do you want to be that local legend, or do you want to go big? Because if you don't want to go big, move out our way, because that's what we trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all can have this shit, but we trying to go there. We trying to go to the top. Yeah. We want to compete with the fucking biggest niggas in this game. And we can't compete with the biggest niggas in this game focusing on competing with everybody in the city. Right. You got to do one or the other. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's all you could do.
And like, since we're kind of talking obviously about the scene and like the local stuff, I feel like when it comes to the list and stuff, I know you may not be like the biggest fan. I've heard you.
I know what it's for though. Right. I know what it's for. I understand it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not gonna be arguing with niggas in your comments over the list. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
It's tough, honestly, because like when I first started, I seen all these other blogs doing. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do it. This is smart. But the more I've got into it, I'm kind of like, damn, like, it's smart, but it's annoying. Like, I annoy myself. Like, that's why I didn't even drop one during the summer, because, like, for the longest time, I was like, everyone's asking me to. Not everyone, but, like, a lot of, like, upcoming artist stuff. Drop. I'm like, man, I don't know. Like, because then it's always, like, some type of controversy or, like you said, like, competition, local competition and stuff. But it's, like, it's kind of necessary in some ways, but in other ways, it's like you said, people should be more worried about like going out of state, going and tapping in with these other blogs and platforms out of state, going in, you know, like you going to label meetings, whatever it is that people could do. You know?
Yeah. People just don't realize how many people from Colorado is in this industry. They're not rappers. You know what I'm saying? You got A&Rs, you got heads of different divisions, you got, you know what I'm saying, real bosses in this music industry that's from Colorado. But nobody's ever going to know them, you know what I'm saying, because they're not trying to go get tapped in. Like once you get to that point where you can go out there and get tapped in, you're gonna realize how much support we actually got out there. But they just like, I'm from Boulder, I'm from this, I'm from that. You know what I'm saying? And it's always a conversation point. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, oh, they're always gonna remember me because we from the same place. You know what I'm saying? But they like, bro, nobody ever comes to my office. Nobody ever, you know what I'm saying? Like never.
I'm even sleep because like the other day I was in it doing an interview and I was saying like, you know, I think there's a lack of infrastructure out here, and then Adrian Switch called. He said, "No, you gotta explain differently." I'm like, "You right," but like,
no, it's real though.
Yeah,
it's real, and it's like I'll say it worked both ways. You feel me? Like the artists got to definitely reach out more, and I feel like those people in those places need to reach back more.
Yeah,
like it just goes like that. If y'all, if people really want, you know what I'm saying, the city to do it, but a lot of motherfuckers don't give a fuck if Denver ever get on.
Right.
You feel me? Like they don't. You know what I'm saying? Long as the Broncos win or the Nuggets win, or you know what I'm saying, niggas don't give a fuck about this. Our culture. Well, we not a big culture in Denver. You know what I'm saying? If it'd be different if we was all talking about who the best indie rock bands is, and you know what I'm saying, the next pop superstar coming out of Colorado or something like that. EDM scene huge. You know what I'm saying? Them EDM boys is making like real bread. You feel me? So it's like we don't even got a plate big enough to argue over. Bro, we don't. You feel me? So it's like keep building the plate. You gotta keep setting the table. And that's gonna come from saying, okay, this little nigga hard. Like there's people who don't even know that I go to these meetings and I bring their name up. And they don't matter to me because it's like at the end of the day, I feel like I'm getting to the point where I want this shit to happen so bad that it's like I'm pushing my own line, but at the end of the day, I'm pushing a line for this culture. You feel me? Like when it's all said and done, minus the bullshit that they got going on, you know what I'm saying, over there, I want to be like how people look at, I don't know how it is now, but I remember there was a point in time where anybody who was lit out of Atlanta had to get that cosign from Gucci. You feel me? And he spent all this time finding producers, finding artists, finding this, finding that, and boosted them motherfuckers out the atmosphere. You feel me? Like put them in a good position. So it's like, right. So it's like now I want to get to that point as to where, you know, Gucci's still making his music and doing all of that shit. But it's like Gucci has stamped himself as somebody who pushed the envelope for the culture of Atlanta. You feel me? So it's like now I want to get to that point where I'm pushing the envelope for the culture of what we got going on. Right. And as much as I can, you know what I'm saying, without putting myself out there. I can't hang myself out to dry. You feel me? Like I'm never going to turn off my light to turn on another light. But if your light, if our light can combine in a certain way, let's do it. You know? I feel like people in the comments want me to get on there and hate on somebody so bad on your shit.
No, you talking about the other day,
bro. Like they want me to get on there and say, "Fuck everybody up." Like,
well, I was agreeing with you. It's like, what is Tanner supposed to say? Like, he's not like. What am I supposed to say? I'm not the hottest blogger in the city. Like, obviously,
if Tanner got on your shit and said he wasn't the hottest rapper in the city, I would have unfollowed that nigga. Straight up. I don't need that type of negative energy on my fucking timeline. You feel me? Yeah. Like you supposed to feel that way. And I even told him in the comments, I said, bro, I'm never gonna say a nigga's better than me. But I can't be mad because a nigga feel like he better than me. You know what I'm saying? Like never. And now it's at a point where, you know, you got niggas who's actually showing and proving. Right. You don't just get to fucking get up here and talk on camera and then we don't see no stats and all of that shit. Like niggas really pushing their agenda and having some motion. So it's like I see that type of shit happen. That's pushing the culture forward. So why would I hate on that? You feel me? Like we never got to be in the same lanes or do none of that shit. But you know what I'm saying? I can only respect somebody who's trying to push the culture forward. If you trying, nigga, I fuck with you. Like if you ain't even trying to push the culture forward and you just always crying and arguing and complaining, I don't give a fuck about that shit, nigga. There ain't no money in that shit.
Oh, that is what it is. There's a lot of people who be doing that.
Bro, what? And just crying every day. I'm like, this is not, I don't need this negativity in my life, boy.
Okay. What is Colorado culture to you?
It's a melting pot, bro. It's so much different shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I hate when people get on, like we were influenced by so many different genres and styles of music. You feel me? Just coming up in Colorado, and you could blame that shit on the radio. At the point before kids even had fucking their own little phones or iPods or whatever the fuck they was listening to music on, you listen to the radio. The radio has never just played West Coast music, just East Coast music, just Southern music. Radio plays everything. So you get a choice to fall in love with a different type of sound. That's why I hate when somebody hears somebody's music and say, oh, they trying to sound like they're from here, or they're trying to sound like they're from here. Like we're a melting pot of music.
That shit too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the thing is,
you know the country, so it's
right. So it's like, these are sounds that we are growing up listening to. You know what I'm saying? These are sounds that, and you don't even like hear that shit nowhere else. You feel me? Like when I first heard somebody like OT Genesis, I'm like, he hard as fuck. Where he from? Like just hearing his voice the first time and how he put music together on trap beats, I thought he was from the South. But then I started seeing him pushing his line where he from. I'm like, that's dope than a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, and no, can't nobody say somebody is not being them just because they not acting like how you want them to act. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I hear an artist and they got a certain sound and they floating on that motherfucker and they getting some motion off of their sound and they moving forward, the last thing I'm gonna say is, oh, they sound like they from, like, nah, support that shit. Because at the end of the day, if you feel like they sound like they from something else, that means they're not in your lane. So you shouldn't be hating on nobody who's not in your lane. You shouldn't hate on nobody anyway. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just over the top dick eating. If you this person ain't even in your lane and you hating on that shit.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? I don't get that shit, bro.
I don't either. And it's like if like that person was in a different scene where it was already big, no one would say something like that.
Nobody would give a
Pittsburgh,
fuck.
like, I guess overlooked when compared to other cities. It's like everyone's always like saying some shit like that. And then like the artists you do see in that, like that's their own sound, I feel like, and they be hopping on different types of beats, different sounds and shit like that, make it sound good and like you said, get motion.
Yeah.
I don't know, shit weird, but
like, bro, if somebody pushing their line, just let them push their fucking line. Yeah. Even if you don't like it, just shut the fuck up. Man.
Like you just move.
Yeah, shut up. Don't even comment on the shit. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Move. Keep scrolling.
Right. So one post I made was when you said Sauce Walker might have had the album of the year.
Oh, he snuck one in, bro. He snuck one in.
That shit was low key gas, but
bro, what?
The comments, I low key even say Cheese posted, not our post, but they posted like a similar Instagram post like the next day or two. Like, what, do you think it was the album of the year 2022? And like, and then right after that, you posted, you like getting posted on My Hot Minute because a lot of people are always in the comments talking shit.
Then the most shit talking ass comments, boy. God damn, I can't say nothing on My Hot Minute, boy. They be in there talking crazy, but it's just like at the end of the day, I understand what comes with my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like if a random Joe Schmo, you know what I'm saying, said somebody's music sucks, they'll probably be like, fuck them. But if Trev Rich say my music sucks, in Denver,
the career's over.
Oh, it's it. It's it. You know what I'm saying? They want to fight and all that shit. Yeah. So it's like, I understand the weight that comes with me having an opinion, which is why I have my opinion and I close the app. I'm not about to argue with you niggas at all. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. Like, and people was looking at it like I'm knocking Denver artists. Like, we can't like anything outside of this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, no, I posted how dope AP Project was. You know what I'm saying? Like, I post Trace shit. Trace dope. Savvy got some new shit. I'm like, that's hard. You know what I'm saying? But if I listen to some shit, I'm like, damn, that shit hard too. That don't mean I'm saying, it's like, it's like me saying, you know what I'm saying? It's like me having a preference is not a knock to who the fuck you are. You know what I'm saying? If I say I like fucking apples, that don't mean I don't like oranges, my nigga. Like, it's just how I'm feeling at the moment. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, I know it comes with my opinion, bro. So I do that shit on purpose sometimes.
I appreciate it because sometimes it'd be dry and I'm like, I need something to post. Like, let's stir the pot a little bit.
Let's stir that motherfucker. Because they gonna fall for it every time, bro. They gonna fall for that shit every time.
And then I even had a realization too recently. Shout out Polo, he's been telling me like, I gotta stop getting mad at the comments sometimes, or like blocking people, or just like
no, you can't block nobody. You gotta let them do that shit. Because that you block them, that's when let's comment.
Right. That's what I had to realize. Because at first I was taking shit personal, but then I was like, man, like not everyone's gonna agree with everything you post. Like,
I'm sorry, you got a shit job, bro. Like dead ass.
Everybody is shit sometimes.
Like nobody likes academics, nigga. Like nobody likes, you know what I'm saying? It is just like you got a shit job because it's like you reporting on the culture.
Right.
Like everybody's not going to agree with the shit you post. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like I'm at a space as to where I understand every piece to this puzzle. You feel me? So it's like I understand why your job is necessary. I understand why a nigga like academics exists. I understand why we need to have $1 million worth of game. I understand why the Joe put like I understand all of these pieces are in this shit for a reason. You feel me? So it's like when I understood it, your post didn't hit me personally. They never do. You know what I'm saying?
It takes the right mind to probably understand.
You got to process the shit. Your post don't make me mad. If you post something that says top 10 artists in Colorado and Trev Rich is 10th, 9th, if I'm not on the list, I'm not going to be like, fuck, bro. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, that just means some other niggas you seen is having some crazy motion going on. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the times that I'm quiet, I'm just loading the clip. That's it. One at a time. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, they got me at 10. I'll be back at 1 soon. Like type shit, you know? I don't take it personal. It's just kind of like that shit should motivate you.
Right.
If you don't make the list, if you know what I'm saying, like at the bottom of the list or something, it should motivate you to get to motherfucking 1.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it should motivate you to even go harder outside of getting to the 1. Like you got to use everything nowadays as motivation.
Right.
But a lot of rappers is just they rapping for the clout. You know what I'm saying? They don't realize how much of a job this shit is. Like eat, sleep, and breathe this shit. And I posted that shit on your page too. Like when a rapper understands like this shit is a job, you know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna either make or break them.
Right.
Like that's just what it is. I mean, it's not a hard job, but at the end of the day, it's a fucking job that you have to fucking, I gotta get, you know what I'm saying? I gotta go, if I got a show, I got a wardrobe, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying, and depending on how you're branding yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like music is literally 10% of this shit, bro. 10.
That's real.
That's it.
I seen a video the other day where they were like, you know, the days of like Soulja Boy and like post your song on YouTube and you blow up.
It's over. That's
It's
over.
business. Like
it's a fucking business. But the thing is those days is over because I feel like in those days we didn't have the chance of being the business. Like everybody just wanted to get signed. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like now when you got artists blowing up and they're the business, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course we got to put in our own money. Like a label is a bank, nigga. If you want to be honest, that's what it is. It's a bank and they loan you money. You know what I'm saying? They loan you money and you pay the money back and then they loan you some more money and then you pay the money back. That's what a label is. So it's like if you could get that loan by yourself, now you the label. You know what I'm saying? Like you're the bank.
Go to bank.
If you got the bank, you the label. Like that's what it is. It's big bank, take little bank. If you got the bank, you the label. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? If you don't need the labels bank and you got your own shit, there's so many people doing that right now. You even got people leaving labels to start their own labels.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A&Rs, I just went and started my own shit. I got a joint venture with our label, like, because they understand, like, as long as you got the machine, you can turn anybody up.
Right.
Anybody.
Yeah, that's real. That's some game. I didn't even really think about it like that.
So. Yeah, that's a bank, bro. You owe the bank. People sign in and they get that little advance. That's why it's an advance, nigga. You get this shit up front, you got to pay that shit back. People ain't getting signing bonuses. There's nothing like that no more. You gonna get some money to run your shit up. You might get a studio budget, wardrobe, image, some money to put in your pocket to live off of and pay your rent so you ain't got to do stupid shit to pay your bills. Like, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, bro, these labels is investing in you because they think you gonna, if a label give you 1 million, they think you worth 20. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? If a label is going to give you 1, they think you worth 10, 20. And they going to figure out how to make that shit back. Unless you just flop like crazy. And then you just stuck owing a label. But that's a bank. They're going to write your shit off and you still going to own them.
That's true.
Crazy.
Man, I don't even know half the shit you talking about, but it all makes sense. Like, that's some real shit.
Yeah, it's real, bro. Bro, it's just everything is money.
Real estate shit too.
Everything is money, bro. Everything. People seeing that shit and they be like, oh, this blew up on TikTok. There's some money behind that bitch.
Right.
10 times out of 10. You know what I'm saying? This game is a game that you want to stay in people's faces, and the only way you can stay in people's faces is knowing your analytics. You know your analytics, you know where to dump the money at, or you just gonna be dumping money everywhere and blow your bag. Majority of the artists don't make it because they run out of money. It's the same as business. Majority of businesses don't get to that next level because they run out of investment money. And then the dream is over until you get some more money. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. You want to run up as much capital as you can. You want to find these people who can invest in you, or you want to get your credit right and go to this bank and get a fucking loan and bet on yourself. Right. That's it, bro. A label's not meant to take you from 1 to 10. A label is meant to take you from 6 to 10, right? You got people at labels right now who don't know how to blow an artist up. But if an artist got some traction and they got some run and they went viral and they got a look and they got an image and they can perform, a label's gonna be like, oh, they had a 6 already. We about to bust some money in it and take them to the 10. We're gonna get them branding. Like,
okay, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go get them endorsements. We're gonna get them brand deals. You know what I'm saying? We gonna however much money we can get this artist, that's what we're gonna do. But you got, as an artist, got to get yourself to a 6. But my mentality is, if I could get myself to a 6, I could keep my fucking self to a 10. Right. Point blank. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a label gonna come in when you don't need them. I be trying to tell young artists this all the time.
That's crazy.
Who's like, bro, such and such hit me up in the email. That's not real.
Yeah.
If you ain't got no traction, you shouldn't even be looking at no email about no fucking record label.
Every time there's scams too.
Bro, what?
Yeah.
I just got to pay them $250 to listen to. All right. Once they talk about money, I'm like, it's over. You know what I'm saying? Do you know this cat? No, I don't. I don't know. I know everybody at Warner. I don't know him. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, maybe he's new. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Then they start talking about, yeah, he just told me if I pay him $5 billion, bro, delete that email.
No, for everyone's always like, and I'm more tuned in with the blog side, so like I always be seeing people, yo, say T's just emailed me. I'm like, bro, go to Sean Cotton's personal Instagram. It says right in his bio, I don't email people.
Bro, literally. And I feel like I see that shit with all the time with artists, and some shit I just be wanting to tell artists, like, shut the fuck up about it. You know what I'm saying? Even the real shit.
Yeah, because even you wait till you actually
exactly, like, wait till it go through, because people like, once you start realizing what energy comes with this shit, like, this is a very up and down energy that comes with music. You know what I'm saying? Music is energy, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you listen to music, it's because you in a mood. You know what I'm saying? You got certain songs that you play when you turned up. You got certain songs you play when you sad. You got certain songs you play when you just want to hear some cool shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, music is energy. So once you start realizing the energy that comes with this shit, you're going to realize there's good energy and bad energy that comes with this shit. And there's no way of getting rid of the bad energy, and there's no way of getting rid of the good energy. You got to accept both. And once you realize that, you're going to stop putting your fucking business out there before the business actually happens. Right. Because you have 1,000 niggas who's like, I hope that shit don't happen because that nigga's out of here if that happens.
Right.
And then it don't happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I tell these niggas all the time, stop posting your moves. If I post a move, that shit's done.
Right.
Literally. I'm not telling people about shit until it's like solidified, the motherfucking wire done hit my bank account or something. Right. You know what I'm saying? Or it's like, okay, this shit is, that's it.
So I didn't see you post about Madden until it was.
They posted about Madden before I did.
Right, yeah.
I was like, let's see if they post this motherfucker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because once they do it, it's real. We in the game now, baby. Like, that shit real. Like, once the contracts is signed or something like that, it's real. And a lot of those, like Madden and 2K, like, that's information I gotta chill on for like 2 months.
Right.
And I'm just sitting there smiling. And he's like, why are you so happy? Don't worry about what the fuck I got going on. But I got something going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel like everybody needs to be. Because we could talk about moves we about to make, or moves we probably gonna make, or moves we maybe could make all day. I could talk about that shit all day. You know what I'm saying?
It's different when you see it because you're like, well, I already knew. Like, so don't even, like, who cares?
Yeah. And it's like, don't cap your moves.
Right.
Like, if you capping your move, like, bro, this is my thing. This is the problem with fake it to make it shit. You know what I'm saying? This is the problem with capping my moves. Like, if I'm running around telling everybody that I got $1 million from a deal, you know what I'm saying, or something like that, when it happens, actually, for real, it's not special.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You just like, damn, I done told everybody this already.
Right.
Or it could never happen because you're telling people shit too soon. But my thing is, like, don't cap your moves. Like, I'm so transparent, bro. Like, everything I go through, I'll either put it in my music or I'll tell people online or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't act like I'm always fucking happy all the time. I don't act like I can't be down in the dump sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like the more I could show people I'm real, the more people gonna fuck with me. Like at the end of the day, people's like, you have to start carrying yourself in a certain way. You got to start acting like a star. And I understand that shit. But at the end of the day, I'm a regular ass nigga who does something great. Right. That's all I am. I ain't no better than the next man. I got flaws like every other man. I'm flawed as a probably flawed as a son. I'm flawed as a father. I'm flawed as a boyfriend. I'm flawed as in a lot of other arenas. But in this motherfucking arena, I'm great, nigga. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So I try to tell people all the time, like, I'm just a regular ass person. People be like, bro, I didn't think you was gonna respond to me. Or a girl would be like, you don't look approachable. Like, I'm regular. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's not to tell you niggas, don't come at me like I'm a regular nigga. Cause I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? In a good sense. Yeah. I'm a relatable person. I'm human. Let's put it like that. I'm not a regular nigga. I'm human.
Everyone from Drake to the homeless man and shit.
Human. You know what I'm saying? So I treat everybody the same way until it's like some weird shit going on. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I'm human. I got flaws. I make mistakes. But in this arena, I'm fucking great. And people's never gonna convince me that I'm not great in this fucking arena. You can convince me that I'm a terrible boyfriend every day. I'll probably agree with you. But if you say I can't write or rap or whatever the fuck, then no, we ain't agreeing with that.
I fuck that. To go off your point too, I know, for an example, I remember when one of my first big interviews was Young Simi from Florida. He's more of like he was more of the underground, Space Ghost Perp. You might have heard him, I'm not sure. I posted a picture with me with him, and then the interview ended up not coming out because I don't know what happened in footage. Mm-hmm. So after that, I learned my lesson. I was like, I'm not posting about no interviews until it's done. Like, and then it's like, okay, once people see you posting about the interview and it's already out, okay, now I'm gonna go watch it. All right,
exactly.
I can go run up the views. You know what I'm saying? But
this is the thing, though. Like, especially with artists, people don't realize how much back promotion, how important that is, right?
Yeah, especially for artists.
For artists, you feel me? So it's like you do all of the coming soon, 2 weeks, 1 week away, 1 day away, drops at midnight. You do all of that shit, and then when it drops, I don't see no more promotion. When in reality, when it drops is when you should be promoting the shit for months, because you get somebody's attention span. Okay, put it like this. I've seen artists post something that says coming soon in 2 weeks, and I didn't remember that the shit came 2 weeks later. I never listened to the song. But if somebody's like, this shit's out right now, you're going to get me more to go be like, okay, let me go check this shit out right now. So promotion is cool for your fan base. But when you're trying to gain and get new fans, back promotion is everything. Like, you can't just promote some shit that's not there. You know what I'm saying? People's like, we about to start playing your new records in the club. I'm like, not yet, because if somebody hears it and tries to Shazam it or something like that, they can't go find it. So it's like, we could test them, you know what I'm saying, to see how they sound, see if we need to mix them different and all of that. But as far as like promoting a record, you have to promote the record, back promote. That's the biggest shit. That's where you dump the money at. If you're gonna dump some money in on a TikTok or on an Instagram or all of that shit, make sure the product's available. Right. Not just say, I'm about to go fucking put $100 behind this coming soon picture. For what? Niggas don't give a fuck. Nigga, like, there's so much music dropping every day. So it's like, drop your shit and then promote the fuck out of it. Right. Not just up until it drops and then it's like, all right, my job's done. No, nigga, your job just started. Right. Now it's time to get the content, make the TikToks, make the Instagram reels, take the pictures and put the song behind the pictures. And that's how you get traction on records. Right. With the record already being out. But I see it so much, and I feel like I used to do this shit too. Because I used to be like, all right, damn, the project's out. I get to relax and start working on a new fucking project. Like, no, nigga, run this project into the ground, nigga, then drop something else.
You did that with Out the Dark.
Yeah, Out the Dark, I pressed the fuck out of my issue with that song, with that project.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And to go off your comment earlier, it was on the post I made the other day. Ranstees tweeted, he said, this year someone from our city needs to be a household name. And you were talking about like work ethic and like who actually has the love and like the hard work into it to actually to be like a full-time rapper, be a full-time artist, stuff like that. So kind of dive deeper in that, you know what I'm saying, on that tweet, you know what I'm saying?
But it's like, do you want to be a rapper or do you want to be rich? I gotta ask people that all the time because you can quit rapping and still go get rich doing something else.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? If you literally rapping to get rich, go figure out real estate. Go do something. But it's like to be a rapper, like it's a job, nigga. Like you need to stay in the studio more than you anywhere else. That's how you catch a record. You can't make a shot if you're not at the gym in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the whole thing. You want to stay in the studio as much as possible. You want to catch a record. You don't want to be just I'm being seen every day. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because a lot of people is cool with looking like they winning.
I can't stand that shit.
But actually not winning. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do you want to win as a rapper? Or do you just want to look like you winning as a rapper? You feel me? So it's like just being a complete artist, content should take up a lot of your day. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody like, I think LaRussell, he said he posts at least 3 times a day. Now I think it's 8. You know what I'm saying? But it's like every time you have content, you have a chance of going viral. If you don't have no content, how the fuck you gonna go viral? You feel me? So it's like making content every day, making good music. You feel me? Like that's still a piece. As much as people don't realize, it's still a piece. You know what I'm saying? And it's like everybody raps. So how do you get to the point where you're not just rapping, but you're actually putting feeling in your music? Because everybody can get out there and be like, yo, came from the like, nigga, we know. Everybody can rap. Like being just rapping, just singing, just doing anything is not enough no more. You got to create your fucking online profile into something like a TV show. You want people to look like you. You know what I'm saying? Like want to look like you. You want, like they said, as far as a male superstar, when you're a superstar, kids want to dress like you. If you can be a Halloween costume, you're a superstar.
That's crazy.
You feel me? Yeah. Like kids want to dress like you. Kids want to look like you.
Like some demographics.
Right.
I'm Trev Rich from.
Right.
Not for real.
Women want to date you and men want to hang out with you, be around you, type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
you see it though.
Superstar. You feel me? Like that's where you get to that point. So it's like to really go into being a fucking superstar in this industry and breaking the mold and getting the fuck out of here. Like it's gonna take work. And work when you don't want to work. You feel me? The studio is 10% of this shit, bro. 10. Like that content shit is really important. Branding yourself is important. Image is important. If you want to be a fucking icon, all that shit is important. You feel me? But that's why building that team around you and not just a team of niggas who gonna love everything you do. You need to have a team of motherfuckers who you can have uncomfortable conversations with.
Yeah, facts.
To be like, nigga, you fucking up. And you respect them so much, you listen. You feel me? Like you need to build that around you. And once you start building that around you, they're going to tell you where you lacking at and what you need to pick up on. I feel like, bro, you've been out 3 times this week. You ain't been to the studio once. Like what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like you want that type shit in your ear. I try to make sure I'm in the studio as much as possible. Like if I'm in a club, the studio probably just ended or I couldn't get in. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to ask if the studio's available before I ask for bottle service. Feel me? But you got motherfuckers who's just like, hey, I got $1,000. I'm going through the worst shit that I ever been through. And instead of going to the studio, I'm about to go get a fit, get my haircut, and get fucked up tonight. Now you ain't got no studio budget. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you want to get motherfuckers who's serious about creating, putting the work in, putting the time, effort in when you don't want to. Branding. Like all of that shit is important. You feel me? And once you get an artist who like understands that and really knows that, I feel like that's when the artist is going to be like, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want bigger. Because you got some artists that just rap because they want a fucking chain or they want some bitches or, you know what I'm saying? They want to be popular.
Right. Yeah.
You feel me? But it's like when you get to that point where it's like, I really want to be a successful musician, then it's like the money shit, all of that extra shit is small scale. You feel me?
Right.
It's small scale, just being like, nigga, I'm that one who's going to make it. And once a young artist says, I'm that one that's going to make it, and they really putting that time and effort, it's going to blow.
Right. I know y'all hear that on the YouTube, man. So if y'all only drop like 2-3 songs this year, don't be asking Trev for a free feature. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Like,
and it's like, my thing is you drop 2-3 songs and then be like, y'all want to be rushing to post the goddamn Spotify wrapped up. Like, nigga, you dropped 3 songs this year, bro. You can't be mad you got 30,000 plays.
Right.
Like, you ain't gonna fucking get no run unless you just keep swinging for the fences. When the artist just keeps swinging for the fences, something gonna hit. Literally, my biggest records came from me just being in the studio every day. Bam, 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 and drop the shit. And it was like, fuck, this shit took off. You know what I'm saying?
Even like my interviews, like I never know which clips are gonna take.
You never know.
It's just random.
Because it's just, you have it in your mind to say what you like. Like we're born, you know what I'm saying, and we live off of preference and opinion. So it's like, I have a song right now that I'm like, this bitch is about to go crazy. And then somebody else is like, nigga, that shit's hard, but this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it goes. It's gonna go like that every time. I don't expect everybody to drop every song everybody like every song I drop, because everybody got different music preference. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I drop shit for this, I drop shit for this, I drop shit for this. Everybody's not gonna like every song. I hope all artists understand that and they're okay with that. Because if you're not okay with everybody not liking every song, you're gonna have a very depressing career.
I had to learn that the hard way.
Real shit.
Do you feel like you've already made it?
I feel like I have moments where I feel like I made it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then as soon as I have that moment, like, I made it.
You're like, I need to do some more.
Yeah. It's like, I won't say I made it when I said I wanted to do the Pepsi Center. And when I did the Pepsi Center, I was like, I made it to here. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like just I made it, like, I don't even feel that way, because I feel like the moment I feel like I made it, I'm going to get comfortable.
So you could even like have the biggest song in the world and you probably still...
No, I need another one.
Yeah.
I need two. Nigga, I need the second biggest song in the world. You feel me? And like, I have that mentality to say, bro, I have an R&B record right now. This could be fucking the craziest R&B record in the world, but I need a rap one too. I need a rap record too. You know what I'm saying? And then I fucking heard this Apple Music commercial and I feel like I have something for that Apple Music commercial too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm never stopping. I'm never stopping. So if somebody's like, I'm about to go big this year, like, nigga, we both going big, because I ain't slowing up. That's it. I want every artist to make it. I want motherfuckers to make it so they can see that, nigga, this shit is harder than you think it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy to get a couple motherfuckers in the city bumping your shit. Right. But then when you got motherfucking fans who's out of state, you know what I'm saying? I got recognized in the fucking Dallas airport. And I'm just like, bro, how the fuck do you know me? You know what I'm saying? And he's just like, bro, you Trev Rich, and he worked at TSA at Dallas airport. And I'm like, what the fuck? My nigga's like, you didn't actually know who he was. I'm like, yo, that's crazy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I put in the work to get to that. Like, that shit shouldn't shock me, but it does. And I feel like for that simple reason is why I'm never gonna stop. Never. Right. Cause there ain't no like goal, like made it is what to me. Right. I don't even know what that looks like.
It's like, I don't even, you can't even really describe it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what does that look like? I feel like it's more of a feeling than like me putting like I can't put a number on my bank account to where I can say I made it. I can't put me in a mansion, or, you know what I'm saying, how many cars is gonna make me feel like I made it. I feel like once you make it, like, it's just, I did it. You feel me? Right. I feel like even if I get a fucking Grammy next year, I didn't make it yet. Like, I'm here. Like, that's dope. But what else can we do? Right. How can I be the best ever? That's real. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. If Jordan would have stopped and he's like, I got one championship. I did that shit. I'm done. Right. He wouldn't be the greatest. You know what I'm saying? LeBron wouldn't be the greatest. Kobe wouldn't be the greatest. Like, I feel like you got to get that mentality that this shit is a long road. You feel me? And it's like, you can have dope checkpoints. Like how my year is set up, I have my year set up in stages. You feel me? So this is stage 1 of my year. It's dropping. Stage 2 is going to be like, I need my numbers at this point. By the end of the year, my numbers need to be here. You know what I'm saying? But I can't just have one long stage. I got to have checkpoints to show me that I'm doing something right or doing something wrong. Mm-hmm. And that's how you get to that 4th stage, is by saying, okay, I completed this. Bam. Time for stage 2. Okay, I completed this. It's like taking steps. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So once you take them steps and say, okay, I'm about to run my shit up to this point by February, to this point by April, to this point by July, to this point by December, and then January, I should be getting a fucking bag from one of these record execs. That's how you complete the mission. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You can't just say, bam, I'm here, and by January, I'm about to get a bag from a record exec, but don't got the steps to get the bag. Right. You gotta put them checkpoints in place. That shit gonna motivate you. I feel like a lot of rappers, they don't wake up motivated because they don't know where the fuck, they just know where they want to be. And they don't know how to get, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
there's a plan, there's goals.
Exactly. So you need to have goals throughout the year to get you to that final goal by January.
You got like big goals, and you don't hit them, well, it's cool. Like, at least you had those big goals, so you could, you know what I'm saying? For example, like my goal was always, I want 100K subscribers.
Yeah.
Okay, well, at least I got 10K. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but then
10X.
But then you say, okay, this is what I had to do to get to 10K. So I should know how to shorten that time to get to 20K. You know what I'm saying? And then when I get to 20K, I know how to shorten it to get to 40K. Like your 100K should be split up into different numbers. You feel me? That's how this shit works. You can't just say I'm about to drop this song and get 1 million streams on this motherfucker. You gotta say I gotta drop this song and then I'm gonna put $5,000 into the promotion on TikTok and I'm gonna put $4,000 into YouTube and then that's how you get your shit to 1 million streams. You can't just drop and say I want 1 million streams. You need to take the steps. And once you take the steps to get to those 1 million streams, you know what worked and what didn't.
Okay.
You feel me? So it's like, and at that point, you just start putting songs through the funnel. Bam. Putting songs through the funnel every time. You know what I'm saying? Once you know what works, it's like people say it all the time, it's the hardest to make your first million. But they was like, you should see how quick I made my second.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's that easy, bro. Once you do it, you just know. You gotta fucking, it's a copy and paste. You know what I'm saying? I know these type of videos work. I know this type of song. I know people like when they hear me on these type of beats. I know, like, but you can't do that until you put your shit in the universe. You gotta put it out there. Once you put it out there, you're gonna get feedback, and real feedback, not just feedback from niggas who fuck with you. You wanna get feedback from a motherfucker who don't even know you and don't owe you no fucking honesty. But they gonna be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? And that comes from marketing and promotion. You want to put your shit in front of as many eyes as possible. It only take 1 million to go platinum, bro. This world is full of people. I see people going platinum and I'm like, nigga, I never even heard this song. Real shit.
There's new rappers, new platforms every day. I'm like, what?
What? I'm like, what? This nigga nominated for a Grammy? Who is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, people is doing they one too. So it's like, you can't just sit there and think like, I ain't gonna make it because my city don't fuck with me. Like, you want your city to fuck with you, but your city gonna fuck with you when everybody start fucking with you. That's really what it is. That's how this shit go.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we was selling out shows and doing all that shit. My biggest show, when I walked out on stage and I didn't know nobody in the fucking crowd, but this bitch was sold out. I said, who the fuck is these people?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's gonna come from you building your shit. You gotta build it from the outside in. You gonna have your team. Your team should always rock with you, and your team should be pumping and putting, you know what I'm saying, putting your shit in different places and all of that shit. But your team just can't make you a star. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need the people. You need the people to champion you and make you that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you hear them every time. Everyone asks, who's the top rappers in Colorado? I think you're like the most, like, your name comes up the most. Like, you're the most well known in Colorado, I feel like.
Yeah, because I left this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to go see it.
LA all the time, I feel like.
I go to LA, I be in Texas. When I first start, you know what I'm saying, the Cash Money shit, I got the Cash Money shit because I went to Miami. Joe Budden said, come to Jersey. I went to Jersey. Like, I'm really following my dreams. You know what I'm saying? I'm chasing this shit down every time. So my biggest plays is coming from me making plays outside of the city and bringing that shit back home. You feel me? So that's why I say, put your cell phone. You can't put everybody in Denver in your backpack and go. You know what I'm saying? Go put your cell phone and bring that shit back home. That's when you could put on. That's when you could say, I'll put this motherfucker on. Is when you could go out of town or a motherfucker come from out of town and be like, a motherfucker come from out of town and be like, nigga, I heard you one of the hardest out here, blah, blah, let's work. Bam, let's work, nigga. Because then you going to take my work back to wherever the fuck you from and you going to put more people onto my shit. You feel me? So it's like, that's how niggas is going to move. That's why I love seeing when niggas get features. It's cool to get features with the homies. Of course you want to rap with the homies. Get features with the homies. But go find that young nigga who hungry like you in Detroit. And that young nigga who hungry like you in Texas. And you know what I'm saying? That's how y'all build real rapport in these cities. So when you go to these cities, you like, nigga, I got representation in these cities. You know what I'm saying? Talk to the real movers and shakers in LA. I could go to Texas. We're going to talk to the real movers and shakers, but that come like just movers and shakers on some music shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas in the streets, all that shit. But it's like when you can go to these places and they're like, oh yeah, we heard of you. Or I'm in LA and somebody like, bro, somebody told me you was one of the dopest songwriters and blah, blah, blah. Like, that's because I done went out there and put my work in.
Hell yeah. Oh, that's real. Okay. I always love these interviews because I feel like I get put on. I learn a bunch, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just soaking it in, like even using it to apply to like my business, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
As a blog.
But that's the whole thing. I feel like that whole the game is to be showed, not to be told. Like I get it, you know what I'm saying? But it's like I will be a whole ass nigga if I got some knowledge and a young up and coming artist asks me for that knowledge and I hold out on it. I'll feel like a pussy for that shit. You know what I'm saying?
You can't give it to everyone, but you got to give it to some people.
Yeah.
You got it to.
Yeah. Like you got to be able to like, and it's like I didn't bust my ass for this knowledge just to keep it to myself anyway.
Right.
Like I busted my ass to get this knowledge so I could bring this shit back home.
Yeah.
Like,
and more likely someone probably showed you love.
Yeah.
Some knowledge
And
too.
gave me you know what I'm saying? Like show me shit. Like every time somebody show me something and an artist asks me something, I give them the info.
Right.
Even if I never even heard of them, I'll give them the info. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, go make it. I'm not hating on you. I would love to see somebody make it. Go make it. If I got some knowledge that could help click some shit in your mind where you take off, cool.
And if you want someone else to win, that just means you're inviting that energy into yourself too as well.
Bro, this is the
You're
thing.
gonna win if you want other people to win.
If you want to be a billionaire, think about how many people you got to make millionaires. Point blank period.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Like to become a billionaire for real and build a billionaire enterprise, think how many people you actually got to make millionaires. So once people get that shit in their mind, it's going to be like, damn. Like that's some deep ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you might get to the point where you motherfucking 500 million up and you know how to make somebody 10 million who you don't even fuck with no more.
Right.
But that's part of the game.
I feel like I've already made some people some money. I don't fuck with
you feel me? So it's like your success got to come with you. How many other people you can put on and put in position.
That's real.
That's where success come from. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't just that one nigga making it. Like you want to get successful to the point where your team walk in somewhere and they don't know who the artist is. They like, all these niggas got chains, all these niggas bust down, all these, you know what I'm saying? Like that's when your team walk in the spot and it's like, we lit. When your whole team eating and you walk into a place and they like, which one is the artist?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They like, all these niggas look like they lit. All these niggas is eating good. That's how you build your billionaire enterprise. You can't do that shit without putting nobody else on. There's no way.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta think about Steve Jobs. How many motherfucking millionaires Steve Jobs made?
Who knows? Probably.
Right. He's still making people millionaires and he's not here no more. Right. That's how your legacy should be going, man. Like that's the type of legacy you want. Type shit. But you gotta make somebody else successful to be successful. Point blank. There's no way around it. And I feel like those people who just want to be successful and don't want to make nobody else successful, they never get successful. That energy is gonna hit you back. It's gonna hit you back every time. Every time.
Oh yeah. Okay. Who are your top 5 to 10 rappers in Colorado? Who do you think can rap with you?
Man, I hate doing these. I hate doing these, bro. I really do.
You can always say next question if you want.
No, I'm gonna think. Top 5 to 10 rappers. Like I'm always gonna say my niggas. Like that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm always gonna say the bros. But outside of like the bros, like, but the thing is, like a lot of people, especially even people in like other cliques and gangs and shit, like I see them putting on. Like I could only respect it and support it. So I ain't got 10. Everybody who's dope, I fuck with. Like for real. Like if you not dope, then we probably ain't never crossed paths. But if you dope, then I'm fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like everybody's dope for different reasons.
That's real.
That's why I like, you know, like I really push for this fucking city. I push for this culture to get bigger because I feel like there's some really talented motherfuckers out here. You know what I'm saying? But it just comes from how bad do you want it and how bad is you gonna get your business right to get it. Like I said, music is a small piece of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Music is really small, actually. Right. So to have like my top 10, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Okay. Coach Prime just came to Boulder, you know what I'm saying? I honestly, when I started hearing the rumors, I was like, ain't no way. He'd rather go to like some big Florida State, Tennessee, I don't know, something like that. No way he's coming to see you. Then he, you know what I'm saying, took the job here. So what's your thoughts on that? How'd that hit you?
I love it. I was one of the people advocating for it online, like real heavy. And I love it just for the simple fact that, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of just like, it's bringing more culture. Like that's all it's doing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they don't know shit about Colorado. As much as we try to act like a lot of people know what's going on in Colorado, a lot of people don't know, and even more people could care less. You know what I'm saying? So anything that's bringing a good light to the city or the state, like I can't do nothing but support it. You know what I'm saying? And I always been a Dion fan, like since the beginning. You feel me? So it's like to see him be able to do that out here, like how can I fucking not? You know what I'm saying? Like fuck with it. You feel me? Like I think it's dope. You know what I'm saying? And I know his sons rap. So you know what I'm saying? I think one of his sons rap. You know what I'm saying? So
Sanders Jr.
Yeah, like get out here, get in the studio with these young niggas and cook up. You feel me? Like, and we're not saying that you got to do it, but shit, now this is a part of where, you know what I'm saying, you building your legacy even more.
Right.
You could go fuck with niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I heard a couple of his records. He kind of got some shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, come down here with them dogs, with the gorillas, and really get in the lab. And you know what I'm saying? You gonna be like, damn, I got a different respect for Denver. Like, I think that's the easiest part. You know what I'm saying? It's just showing love, rocking with who rock with you.
No, I agree with you. They obviously showing love, but I did see some parts where they were like, you know, oh, there's no culture in Colorado. I mean, really, they were saying there's no black people, but like,
they in fucking Boulder.
Yeah, I seen that, and I was like, it made me think of you just bringing up like, come rap, come see what the dogs are like out here. You can rap.
Yeah.
Like, I think it'll make them respect and be like, oh,
yeah,
like,
because it's like the culture we like. I'm not saying we just got a crazy ass culture, but the culture we do got don't disrespect it. Like that's just what it is. You feel me? Like our culture ain't the biggest culture, but the culture that we got, I feel like people just feel like they can disrespect that piece of it. And it's already small. It's already, you know what I'm saying? We fighting to get it a bigger culture. So just respect the culture that we got right now.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's the easiest thing we could ask. You know what I'm saying? That's anybody, not just them. Anybody who come to this motherfucker, just respect the culture that we got.
And I mean, they're tapping in with like a lot of the local eateries, you know, tweeting about stuff. So I was like,
they getting local barbers and shit. Like they gonna have to tap in for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. But like my whole thing is, do what y'all doing up there. Like y'all got bigger shit to focus on. You know what I'm saying?
Go win a chip or something.
Yeah, go win a ship. That's what, you know what I'm saying? Like you want to see some culture, win a ship. You're gonna see some crazy shit. Right there.
Oh yeah. Okay. Did you get a chance to watch the Holly documentary yet?
I ain't watched it yet because I ain't had a chance to like sit down with it for real, and I really want to sit down and like, you know, I've been ripping and running. So I was like, I was about to start it, and I'm like, I got about 30 minutes. I'm like, nah, let me like see how.
You want to actually? Like,
yeah, I want to actually sit down and watch it.
Okay. What about this status? Yeah, I swear, every couple weeks, every month, someone's like, "Oh, people in Colorado only support popular rappers. They don't support the talent." What's your opinion on that status?
I feel like, how did they get popular? Like that's what I want to know. It's common sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm a popular rapper in Colorado, then I probably got popular because I'm a rapper. Like in Colorado, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
and you probably have talent, most likely.
Most likely.
I mean, yeah, you could do the clout shit, but like,
I feel like it's a cop out.
Yeah.
I feel like it's some hoe ass, pussy ass shit because your shit ain't hitting like you want it to hit right now when you should be in the lab working on how to get popular.
Right.
Cause I mean, I don't know a rapper who's not popular. Right. Like just to be honest, like just to be honest, like there's no rapper in the industry that's like I'm a rapper who's like not popular for being a rapper. Like what am I popular for? Like I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
oh shit.
Only the popular basketball players make it to the NBA. Like what the fuck? Like I don't know. Like how does that work? You know what I'm saying? I don't get that shit, bro. I don't understand. Like you got to be popular to make it to the NBA. Like you got to be popular to like run up your shit in any arena. You know what I'm saying? Like you got motherfucking real estate agents who's making Netflix shows and shit because they want to get their shit popping.
Right.
You feel me? So it's like every avenue that you take, I feel like you want to be popular like in that shit.
And then it's like, I feel like you said, it's a cop out. People don't realize that the artists that are popping or popular weren't popular at one point. Exactly. Like y'all had to work for that spot. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I remember when I first put Loaded out, niggas was talking so bad about me, bro. Like, it was so crazy. And it was like, me and AP was like my first song that really took off. They did a list. Somebody did a list. I think it was like Westward or something. I was like 18th on the list off of this one song. People started going to it. They like, this shit's some bullshit. This song's trash. He's never gonna blow up, blah, blah. This and that, this and that. I just feel like it's a cop out, bro. Like, that shit corny. I like go bust your move to go get popping. Like, I feel like that's needs to be people's focus is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, your focus is on other popular rappers instead of making yourself a popular rapper, a popular artist. But we get like, it's a lot of lazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, people just expect to get popular by posting a song on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm about to get to the point where I'm about to bring street teams back. We're going to be fucking slapping flyers on cars outside the club and shit like that. Just to show like young artists like, bro, this is really the shit that we used to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, for sure. And we built that. We built a fan base off of fucking street teams and fucking stapling fucking posters on the wood poles and, you know what I'm saying, printing stickers out and doing it. Like, we really did all of that shit. You feel me? And I feel like that's just such a lost art. And if one of the young artists was actually using their mind and said, I'm about to go make a street team, they would be light years ahead of every other young artist. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't got nothing like that. Everybody's just trying to push on the internet. And it's like, these people want to see you. They want to know you real. They want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, these motherfuckers is giving out flyers and these passing out CDs and shit. Like, we used to do all that shit. I'm not saying go just spend your money and make a bunch of CDs because, no. Fuck no, don't do that.
But to a certain extent, though, you're right.
Like a street team. Build a street team. Especially y'all young. You know what I'm saying? If you young and people ain't got fucking responsibilities and shit like that yet, like if you a bunch of 17-year-old, 18-year-old, build a street team. You got all your friends at school, y'all got gang and all that shit. Build a street team and really go put y'all shit on.
That's real.
Motherfucking niggas was looking at CTE when I was in college and fucking Disturbing the Peace, and all them motherfuckers wore was they merch every day. You know what I'm saying? We got artists who's just like, I want to prove I'm an artist, so I need to go get this Gucci and this Louis Vuitton. And like, nigga, brand yourself, bro. Like, brand your own shit. I'm telling you, like, once people start getting that in their mind, because then it's like, every rapper ain't doing the same thing. Every rapper is pretty much doing the same thing right now. It's like, let me go get fucking the flyest fits. And you know what I'm saying? Like, if that's how you going to brand yourself, that's a crazy upkeep.
Right. And even when you do, like, do some new shit, there's always more shit. There's always ways to just
So even when you ain't got that other shit on, if you ain't got that other shit on, you need to be having your shit on. Like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Right. If you ain't got the designer, the branding, you branding yourself in designer and all that shit, go get the other shit. You know what I'm saying? Wear your merch. Put your own shit on. Like, that needs to be a part of your shit, like branding yourself. If you got like, this my nigga shit. This is my pop shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is branding 101. Like, you want to put on shit and you want people to be like, what he got on? You know what I'm saying? Everybody got the same Montclair coat. You ain't looking special right now. You feel me? Like, put your shit on and put it together in a certain way. And then you going to stand out from everybody else. But I feel like the whole designer wave is just like, it's killing everything, because it's like everybody just want to have them stupid ass red boots and all that shit that's just dropped. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's not knocking, but it's just like the culture is so trendy. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you get on something, it switches to something else. Once you get on this, it switches to something else. So you got to brand your own self. Don't follow the trend. And once you fucking realize that, you're going to have people who following you. Either you're going to follow a trend or you're going to be one. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's where we at with the fucking shit.
It's just some little bullshit, but Jamal, how many March Madness tournament 2021? You made it to the finals and you said, just give it to Savvy. What was like behind that? And I mean, what was your opinion on like the March Madness tournaments? I know it's kind of similar to the list and shit, but
yeah, Savvy is, that's my little brother, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was me and AP, I did the same thing. If it was me and, you know what I'm saying, any of my dogs, like, I never look at them like competition, and I want people to know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love seeing the moves Savvy make. I love seeing the shit AP do. I love seeing, you know what I'm saying, shit everybody do. Six, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a bunch of rappers. That's why I just don't want to start naming rappers, because I could go on and on and on.
100,000 rappers.
Right. So it's like,
city alone. Like,
right. So it's like, unless I felt like it was somebody who I just didn't fuck with, I'm like, all right, we got to kill their ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep me in the tournament. I don't want to bust his ass just for bragging rights because I don't fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, like, if it ain't, we ain't on no timing like that. If I fuck with you, I'm like, bro, give me that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, and I'll do that with anybody that I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Because we not competition. I'll never let the internet, I'll never let the fans, I'll never let, you know what I'm saying, misconceptions. Like, if I hear something and it sounds like, you know what I'm saying, there's some truth behind it, I'm calling my niggas. I'm not about to get online and post about you. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm calling you, nigga, what the fuck got going? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I am. So it's like, even in that situation, it was so, like, you not my competition, bro. And I hope you know, like, I love everything you're doing. That was pretty much the gist of that shit.
Okay. I can cut this part out if you want, but to kind of go off your point, it was you versus Troy Good in the Final Four. And I know at the end of the day, like, first off, I want to say this: like, if there was like real street beef behind the diss song or nothing like that, I'm not posting on Mohammed. I'm not talking about it because I don't want nothing to do with that smoke.
Yeah.
But, you know, he obviously dissed a bunch of Denver rappers back in like 2019, whatever. It was a while ago, 4 years at this point.
Yeah.
Obviously, I feel like everyone kind of took it as like just rap shit, you know, like fucking around. And then like the Final Four in the March Madness, like you said before, you going up to that point, like you kind of just made it, just not giving a fuck really.
Yeah, that point I had.
You're like, nah, I ain't finna let.
Fuck no.
But
fuck no. And my whole thing is like,
and I respect Troy. I'm gonna say it now. As far as like a business music, what he's doing, I respect it. I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Look, once I see you on the cob, you on the cob forever, bro. That's what it is. He on the cob to me. You know what I'm saying? He do cornball shit. So it's just like, that's just what it is. Like, and it's like, I don't even want to knock him, but it's just like so many people feel like taking that 50 Cent approach to where it's like, I got to talk about people to get on.
That is true.
You feel me? It's like, man, why you gotta bring me up? Why you gotta bring us up? I don't even know you. I ain't never even met you before type shit. So it's like, you bringing us up for what? Because you want clout? Like, why can't you, why does the freestyle that you do that got my name in it got fucking 10,000 more views than anything else you got on your page? Because you don't got no run. You feel me? Like, it'd be different if people was on your shit and you was going crazy with every video you dropped and then you did some shit like that. I would at least respect it more. But I don't respect you trying to get clout off of my name when you ain't put in no work. You know what I'm saying? Like, your last post got 2 likes. Nigga, when you talk about me, you get 100 shares. I see this shit every day. You know what I'm saying? I see what's going on. Talking about me is a big thing. Talking about the people who actually really rocking in this city is a big thing. And it can get you lit. That's why I don't respect it. Because when I was coming up, I never talked about none of the OGs. Like that, I'm like, we would have actually been fighting, you know what I'm saying, in the streets. So it's like, if I talked about any one of the OGs who rap out here, it would have been smoke. Like, it would have been real smoke. So it's like a lot of these young rappers is real, that like, it's a lot of lenient, you know what I'm saying, shit going on. And it's just like, I'm not standing for that shit. Nah, I don't want to smack the shit out you, nigga, but I don't fuck with you. And I'm not going to act like I fuck with you. You feel me? So like, that's just what it is. Like, I'm standing on that shit. Because I don't let rap shit get me riled up. Like, we don't have no real beef. You feel me?
And that's why I feel comfortable talking about it.
Yeah, like, it ain't smoke. We ain't got no type of smoke. Like, I don't want nobody to think it's smoke. I just wanted them niggas to stop mentioning my name. Him, his little girlfriend, like, all that shit. Like, keep my name out your mouth, bro. Like that. That's it, bro.
I feel you, man. No, yeah, I feel like it's kind of like the easy way to, and even like blogging, bro. Like, I know a lot of people probably think I do some cloud chase shit, obviously with the list, but even like, I feel like I could be way further right now if I was even way like crazy with this shit. Like, if I was posting like cases and like, you know,
yeah, nah, don't do no shit like that.
Like, if I was really doing some, you know, no offense to academics or, you know,
yeah, like, but the thing about it is,
I just want. I'm willing to press the line a little bit, but there's a certain point where I'm like, I need some respect. You know, I can't just be out here like totally.
Yeah, nah. And the thing about it is, like, this ain't no knock to your gangster. You know what I'm saying? I don't know your gangster like that. But when you start doing shit like that, you're going to have the budget to stay out the fucking way. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we're in Denver. Like,
exactly. You be seen. And you want to pull up the shit. You want to see people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when you start posting about cases and like real, you know what I'm saying, shit that motherfuckers is like, I'll die over my name. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll die over my rep. I'll kill you over my rep. I'll kill you over my name. When you start posting shit like that, like, you gonna have to stay the fuck out the way.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, bro, why you even putting light on my shit? Somebody could look at it like that.
No, facts. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't even want to say his name, but we know who we talking about, who posts shit like that.
Well, I mean, the war in Chirac is kind of like what people would go to, or at least think about from my perspective.
So I'm like, bro, like, you know, at some point it's like,
no disrespect to him.
You got music business, and then when you start getting to the point where you on the fine line of posting music business with street business, with, you know what I'm saying, police business, it gets sticky.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you just want to stay out the way. Like, I would rather you just post music business. If people get mad because you posting music business, then that's just what it is.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I could see real street niggas like, bro, you got me fucked up posting my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for the record, though, just because I thought about this, the one post I made yesterday was I was asked to do that from the artist. That's besides the point.
Oh yeah,
like fights or nothing crazy, and it wasn't like beef or nothing. But he got locked up. He wanted me to post to promote the song. That's besides the point, though.
Oh yeah, like that.
That's a little different. Than
more power to him. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. Like, when you breaking news,
or breaking like snitch paper.
Yeah, that's like, breaking news. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
people be sending me shit. I'm like, nah. I know this will run up, but I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to. I don't want that smoke, bro.
You like, I ain't on that.
Yeah. I mean, do you have any goals? I know, like, obviously, you're decorated, Grammy nominee, been on video games, Madden. You've wrote for 2K, Out the Dark, top 10. I mean, the list goes on. Do you have any other goals that you can really think of? Like I need that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've been on movies. You've had soundtracks on. Yeah.
I need top 10 Billboard.
Okay.
I need Billboard. I need Forbes. I want to get on Forbes. That's the list I want to be on. You feel me? Like, Forbes is where I want to be at. So top 10, Forbes. I want to tour. I feel like that's one thing that I never got to do, was like headliner tour. You feel me? So it's like, I want a headliner tour. I feel like once I get a couple number ones under my belt and headliner tour and all that shit, like, I really want to get like my merch shit crazy, like just different type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Not a clothing line, but I want my actual merch, like show merch and shit like that, to be like hella special. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just dope as fuck. Some selling one-on-one pieces, and you know what I'm saying? Just small shit like that. But I really like, I want another movie. You know what I'm saying? The video game shit, like, I got my 2 favorite video games of all time. Like,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I want to get on.
2 favorite too.
Right. I want to get on another movie, like, for sure. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Then I feel like it's gonna get to a point where, I'm not gonna say like movie shit, but it's like, it's gonna get to a point where we're gonna have cameras around us. I don't even want to say reality TV, but like
some like kind of vlog.
Yeah. I want to get to that point to where it's just like, you know, I'm doing different shit.
It's like what Dion them are doing up in Boulder.
Yeah. But just like entering different avenues. You know what I'm saying? Whether that be like acting or something like that. Like, I want to get into different avenues, but I feel like that's gonna come when I do the steps that I need to do this year. Like, by January, it's gonna be a totally different ballgame.
Oh yeah. Okay. What's it like being considered the top rapper in Colorado for most people? I feel like when most people ask who's the top, obviously, you know, you got the APs, the Cries, you keep going.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like you're very well known and usually like one of the most considered, you know what I'm saying, just because of like your track record, like the way you have put on for Colorado. Because there's a difference. Like, there might be some artists that have more YouTube views.
Yeah.
But we don't even know half from Colorado because they don't really be putting on for Colorado like you have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, what's that like to you? And do you even really give a fuck? Because like, you're more worried about other shit.
No, it's like something I appreciate. You know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate it because that's what, when I first started, like, I set out to. If I'm not gonna be the best, then there ain't no point. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was my whole point. So like, I appreciate it. I would never be like, if somebody's like, yo, we feel like you the best in Colorado, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'd never do that to, you know what I'm saying, nobody. So it's definitely appreciated, and I'm grateful just because of the work that I put in. You feel me? So, but outside of that, like, I want people to be like my whole thing is like right now at the point I am in my career, I'm dreaming bigger. I'm thinking bigger. So it's like when people say you're the best rapper in Colorado, I'm like, that's dope because that was one of the things I wanted to check off on my list. Now it's me putting in the work for people to say you're the best rapper in the world. You feel me? Like that's where I want to go with my music shit. I want to be bigger than this shit and bring it back. Like, yo, not just you're the best rapper from Colorado, but you're the best rapper but the best rapper in the world is from Colorado. That's what I want.
That would be crazy.
That's crazy.
That's like some Jay-Z type shit.
Exactly. Like some Drake shit. People talking about the best rapper in the world is from Toronto. Like, think about that. It's crazy.
And then you don't even think about Toronto as having like,
bro, but he did it. He broke it. And then after he broke it, Toronto artists started running up.
True. Isn't that from Toronto? Or I don't know.
I think so. I think Tory, Weeknd, like
Weeknd,
bro, these are the biggest artists in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like Weeknd and Drake.
I never thought about that because you always think of the Atlantas, the LAs,
bro.
New Yorks.
I think besides Bad Bunny, Drake and Weeknd probably the biggest artists in the world right now.
But then when you actually look at it, I mean, the Baby, Stunner for Vegas, came from the Carolinas.
Right. J. Cole from Carolina. They make two different type of music. I mean, two different types of, you know what I'm saying? They sounds is totally different.
Right.
So that's why it's like, nigga, push your agenda. Push your line. Whatever you want to make. Make that shit.
Okay. So you did go to an HBCU, right?
Yeah, I went to Clark.
Yeah. How was that? You know, given I feel like you already gave your perspective on the whole Dion thing. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, he did a lot for Jackson State. Everyone knows. Yeah. Put a lot of money in the program, you know. But then he had some backlash going to CU, you know. Obviously, you being a Colorado native, you supported him coming to CU, as I feel like anyone from Colorado would. Yeah. But I feel like you can also give another perspective from it, given you did go to a HBCU. So, like, what was life like at an HBCU, and like, what made you decide to go there? And that was is that Atlanta?
Yeah, Georgia? Okay. I went to the HBCU in Atlanta. So, I mean, that was a culture shock for me. I think that was the first time I really got to see like super successful young Black people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like coming from Colorado, you know what I'm saying? Like majority of in my high school and, you know what I'm saying, middle school and all of that shit, especially when my mom moved us out of, you know what I'm saying, like Park Hill and you know what I'm saying, being on the east side but moving to deep Aurora, you feel me? She like, bro, we getting you out of, you ain't going to school with your friends. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's like, I want a better life for you. So going out to was predominantly white schools, you know what I'm saying? Like
really Southern Aurora?
Like Rangeview. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like going to fucking predominantly white schools and then going to all Black college. Yeah. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, this shit is crazy. And I loved it. Like, it was the best experience. I feel like that experience molded me, you know what I'm saying, into like chasing my dreams because I seen it. I seen it with my own two eyes. Like, Black person pulling up in a Rolls Royce that's his.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? Not rented. This is his. So it's like it put a fire up under me to be like, bro, this shit is possible. I feel like the moment I seen that it was possible and somebody who looked like me was doing that shit, I'll start chasing. You feel me? Like everything became like music. And like just the whole HBCU experience, it's a dope experience. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I can't speak on what happens at a college that's not a HBCU because I've never been to another college, but just that experience was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like from just the people to
football games.
Yeah, like all of that shit, the drum lines, me first seeing fraternities and sororities and you know what I'm saying? Like all of that shit, bro. So it's like, I'll never knock the HBCU experience, you know what I'm saying? Cause I don't know nothing but HBCU. I don't know what other colleges offer. So I can't knock it. I see people knocking it all the time, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I'm never going to put my two cents in to knock what we trying to build. You feel me? So it's like everybody got their own experience. My experience wasn't like everybody else's. I had a good experience the time I was there. And then when I left, I chased bigger and better. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Did you end up graduating from there?
Hell no. I had my baby. I came back home. Straight up. I had my son. I dropped out like, yo, I really got to chase this music shit now. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I really turned my shit up. But
okay, real quick, how did you, like, when you found out you were going to be a father, were you considering like any other career paths, or how did you stay motivated and keep going with the music?
No, I was like, I gotta make it. Like that's what it was. Because my thing is like once, especially somebody who's like me, bro, I could go try to do other shit, but it's just music. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be, if I got a desk job, I'm gonna be in my desk writing music. If I got a construction worker job, I'm gonna be lifting shit, writing music. Like nigga, like everything in my life is music. My whole life is a bar. You know what I'm saying? I be like seeing shit, trying to figure out how to flip that shit into a bar. Like everything is music. And that's happened since I was a kid, bro. Like I used to be in class and they taking tests and I'm writing lyrics. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sneaking writing lyrics in class. Like, bro, that's just, yeah, music is like my life. And it's like, it's a great thing. It's a gift and a curse because it's sad because I've done music so long. I don't know what else I'm good at. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what else can I be great at? You know, I feel like I could be great to anything I put my mind to, but I'm just like, do I even want to go start over, do some shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, music is what it is. Like, even when it's said and done and I'm not necessarily making my own music no more, like, I'm gonna be involved in music somehow. Like, I just kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just know my career choice. Like, that's my career path at this point.
No, that's real. Okay. So you obviously, diving back into your project, so you had a great rollout with the Out the Dark.
Mhm.
And like you said, you haven't dropped a tape, or you did drop the 4-letter words, right?
Yeah, that was, and 4-letter words was just like, I was having fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was having fun trying to figure out R&B, trying to figure out if I want to sing on shit. Like, it was just an experimental project.
Yeah.
But people start actually liking the fucking project. So I'm just like, damn. Like, it was a project I was going to drop and then delete off of Apple Music. And people be like, man, what happened to that 4-letter word project? But people like still running the streams up crazy. So I'm like, bro, I can't delete that shit.
No, you can't.
I can't.
It seemed like Out the Dark, you were like very serious about that one. Like you said, it was more kind of fun.
Yeah.
Out the Dark.
Yeah. Out the Dark, like, took my energy away from rap for a long time because I feel like I put every ounce of hip hop energy in that I had in me into that project. So I couldn't even like listen to hip hop beats for a while after Out the Dark because I'm just like, bro, like I really like my hip hop battery is drained right now.
Some like Kobe shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I had to really like, no, fuck no.
Okay. But it seems like you kind of you go really hard and you'll make some crazy moves. I mean, you're consistent. You make moves every year, but like, but it seems like you'll kind of like, all right, let me chill out and kind of like plot and plan for the next, like what's next. And then it's like you always come with something bigger every time. Like, I don't know, it's crazy.
I be loading the clip every time. Like I have to have, like I gotta beat myself. I feel like that's when, you know what I'm saying, it get to a point where it's like I could care less about what everybody else is saying or doing, or you know what I'm saying, because I'm really trying to beat 2022 Trev. You feel me? And then in 2022, I was trying to beat 2021 Trev. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's my goals. So it's like, when I get quiet, I'm building. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm loading that clip. Every time I get quiet, when you don't hear from me for a long time and I come back, it's going to be something crazy. Crazy, you know? And it was just like those last 3 years, I was really focused on songwriting.
Okay.
So now it's like I got so much shit going in songwriting and, you know what I'm saying, we trying to get syncs and all of that shit. And I have a team to where it's like I could just send shit out and, you know what I'm saying, they get it done. But it's like now, like rap Trev, like artist Trev is kind of back. So yeah, it's up. It's up on niggas right now. You know what I'm saying?
I respect that too, because I feel like if you get too contained, you're kind of doing the same stuff
over and over.
You kind of lose mystique and you lose that traction, you know?
Yes.
I even had to realize that with some of my interviews. I'm like, I gotta do shit. I gotta like come out with some new shit. I can't just keep doing interviews, then dropping. Like I gotta promote different ways. I gotta, just
put your crazy clips together. You see what's winning. You see what's working. You just gotta add that shit to your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when fucking people got these little crazy interview clips and it's just like, oh, that's gonna make people watch the interview. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the shit that is like, you tighten all of that shit up and people's gonna be watching all your shit. Like that's the smallest, you know what I'm saying? It's the smallest piece. It could be the smallest thing that keep people from blowing the fuck up. It's like, damn, maybe if I just cut the clip like this and did this like this and then bam, now you got something. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you only gonna learn from just keep working. That's it.
Right. Oh, that's real. Okay. What's next for Trev? Do you got any new tapes on the way? I mean, can you make any announcements or anything that's shows,
I got
projects?
singles.
Okay.
I got singles on the way. I ain't even like I know these singles about to go so crazy. I ain't even booking no shows right now because my price is not gonna be the same. Like when it's time for me to do shows and shit again, my price ain't gonna be the same after these singles drop. So I'm just kind of like trying to perfect. Like I'm such a perfectionist. By time y'all hear the singles, I'm on version 17 of the masters. Like for real. You know what I'm saying? So I know they're gonna be perfect by the time they come out. But when y'all get them, it's up, bro. It's up.
Do you have any names or release dates you can't speak on yet, or is it just?
I really don't got no. I mean, I know what records I want to drop. I just don't know the order of them. So I don't want to say, you know what I'm saying, I'm about to drop these and then the shit don't drop right away. But like I'm back. I'm back like 100%. I got features and all type of shit now. So yeah, I'm cooking up. I'm cooking up.
Okay, real quick, you performed at Summer Jam with Savvy and AP this past year, but that wasn't your first time. How many times have you performed at Summer Jam?
3.
3 times. What was how was it this most recent time, and like how was it performing with Savvy and AP?
That was my favorite time. And my cousin Lee performed Good Girlfriends with me. So it was like dope. It was just like a family experience. You know what I'm saying? And like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm at that point where it's like I'm doing shit and trying to put light everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
I actually do got a performance coming up. I can't announce it though. But it's gonna be by myself though. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this is my first performance by myself in a long time. So it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be super dope. But I'll announce that one soon. I just don't think I can yet.
Right. How'd you feel about that Taste of the South festival?
It was dope. It was super dope. I like the setup. It was outside.
There was hella people.
It was hella people.
That was crazy.
I have people like sending me videos from everywhere in that motherfucker, bro. It was crazy. So I like highly enjoyed that shit. I like the setup. You know what I'm saying? Like Bank did his thing with that motherfucker. He did. I was fucking with it.
I'm probably asleep, but I never seen nothing like that never yet.
Yeah, no.
So that was
that
looked like some Rolling Loud like South by Southwest.
Hey, it was some crazy shit, bro. And I just like it because, you know, like the only shit we get like that is like Summer Jam. You know what I'm saying? So to have like something else like that is, you know, I think that's dope. And I think it's time to start getting, you know, more people on shit like Summer Jam, more people on Taste of the South. Like you want to see, like when you have an audience and you build that audience, you want them to see the talent. You feel me? So it's like, I think that's gonna be dope.
It was cool to see like that many people just tune out for like some Colorado artists, you know.
What? Yeah.
That shit. I mean, yeah, that was legendary to see. But do you feel like Colorado people, like the population in Colorado, outside of the hip hop scene, because I really feel like there is a lot of support within the hip hop community. But do you feel like the people outside of the hip hop community could support the artists out here more, or do you feel like the artists should be putting it more in like these people's face, or do you feel like these people in Colorado probably ain't gonna start paying attention to the rap scene until someone's
till it blow up,
little baby or whatever.
Till it blow up? It's like, you know, you got motherfuckers who like pizza, you know, who want to eat pizza every day. You don't just be like, yo, here's some seafood, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like they not gonna go out of their way to find some shit that they don't fuck with.
Right.
So it's kind of like that's why I said the internet is so important and utilizing the internet to build, you know what I'm saying, that fan base who actually supports you. If you got motherfuckers who don't like rap music, there's no song you can make that's going to make them a fan. You feel me? So it's like, you have those type of people too, who just like, I don't listen to rap and be like, okay, well, I'm not going to spend my dollars trying to promote to you. You got to promote to the motherfuckers who, you know, listen to the type of shit you make.
Right.
I feel like once it blows up, it's gonna be, you know, and I feel like it's like the actual scene, we think so small when it comes to the scene. Like there's so many different like rappers, you know what I'm saying? Like real rappers out here. And it's like, we look at the scene as like a certain select few of rappers to where it's like, you go to, you know what I'm saying, you got the Mexican rappers, you got the Chinese rappers, you got, you know what I'm saying, like once you really do. And they, you know what I'm saying, they busting their moves. You fuck like, so I'm like, the scene is actually growing, you know what I'm saying, but it's like everybody got to be like, the culture is bigger than what people just limit the culture to. You know what I'm saying? Once we realize that and accept that, the culture is going to be even bigger. Right. But it's like, you think of culture and people's thinking of 3 rappers, 4 rappers. It's like, bro, there's a lot of motherfuckers out here. Right. And they got fans. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, they got fans, you got fans, you got fans, you got fans. Nigga, there's some fans out here. Right. You just ain't tapped into all of them. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the thing. Like, once you start tapping into fan base, building that fan base, you're going to blow. Yeah. No, that's a good point, because there's, I mean, obviously we're in Colorado, pretty close to Mexico too. So obviously we got a huge Latino community, a lot of Latino rappers. And people don't tap in, like. And then you just brought up dude Chinatown Runner. When I first heard about him, I was like, ain't no way he's doing millions of views, and I ain't heard about him yet. And then like I keep hearing about him. Yeah. I do the interview. I'm like, damn, this shit kind of running up organically. I'm like, maybe that shit's real. Yeah, yeah. This shit's crazy. I'm telling you, you got people just got to tap in, bro. Yeah. Tap in, keep your ear to the streets. I promise it's gonna go up. Okay. Speaking of which, rest in peace, little Trev. He was a Colorado Springs artist, had a huge LA fan base, going crazy, using all the blogs. Even I think my mixtapes had posted him. Do you feel like the Springs can and or Aurora can compete with Denver? If they want to, like, but what is the I guess the competition. What do you gain? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's to gain? What's the gain from that? That's why it's like I got, bank from the Springs. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I fuck with people in the Springs too. I fuck with people from Aurora. Like, I fuck with people from everybody, but it's like, those types of like, we gonna fuck Denver up or we gonna fuck Aurora up. That's what keeps this shit not elevating. You know what I'm saying? That shit brings it all the way back down to ground zero. Like, I hope niggas from, if you got good music, I don't give a fuck where you from. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be like, that's hard. But I'm not gonna be like, no, we can't fuck with them niggas because they from Aurora. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, hell no. We can't fuck with them because they from the Springs. Like, nah, I can't. I don't see it. I don't know what to gain. What would you gain? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's weird. Okay. I don't get it. Who are the GOATs to come out of Park Hill? Would you say you and Chauncey? Who else? Nigga, there's a lot. There's a lot of Park Hill legends, man. Like, dead ass. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's deeper than just rap. You feel me? Like, Chauncey, who I rap, but like the real legends in Park Hill was like, you know what I'm saying? The old heads. You feel me? Pirates. You know what I'm saying? Like, them was like the legends. Okay. Levert, you know what I'm saying? And Skyland. You know what I'm saying? Them was like the legends to us. If I could say anybody, even more than, like Chauncey is gonna be Chauncey, but even more than, you know what I'm saying, me, like all the people who like built us up in Park Hill, like them was the legends. You know what I'm saying? You had a candy man down the street from that around the block. You had motherfuckers at Hallett, you know what I'm saying? The teachers at Smiley who would let us in and hoop, like them is the legends. You feel me? Like the people who really put that community on their back and, you know what I'm saying, boosted that community, them is the legends. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I call me a Park Hill legend when I could, you know what I'm saying, go and give back and, you know what I'm saying, really do something crazy in the community. That's real. Like them, how they had that community together, you know what I'm saying, from the churches to like, that's real legend shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to say them people is the legends of Park Hill. I don't want to say, rappers and shit like that. Like the people who held our community together and blew our community up, you know what I'm saying? And made it like a real community. Like it was homely everywhere. You feel me? So it's like those people at Skyland, those people at Hallett, those people at Smiley, like the Candy Man, you know what I'm saying? Like the food spots in the hood, like them is the legends. Straight up. Okay. I wanted to touch on one of the songs I was actually listening to the other day from Out the Dark, Built. You said in your lyrics something along the lines of like having an identity crisis due to being from Park Hill, but not necessarily like
gangbanging, for lack of better terms.
Yeah.
But people still necessarily like having beef with you just because you're from there, even though you don't necessarily partake in those activities. So like kind of explain what you mean by that and like those lyrics and like how you kind of grew from that.
Shit, I feel like it was harder being a Lone Ranger. You know what I'm saying? It was harder not gangbanging because everybody around us was. You feel me? Like we grew up around that shit. So it was hard for us to be like, it was hard for me to be like, no, I'm not getting jumped in on. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I feel like it was hard coming from Park Hill and actually not, you know what I'm saying, putting that jersey on. Because everybody was around us. Everybody was doing it. All the people who I looked up to around, you know what I'm saying, from around the block, and it was everybody was bloods. You feel me? Like everybody was. So making that decision to not, I feel like it came from me losing my cousin. And once he was gone, because he was the one, like, you know, fighting me. Yeah, like that was my wild card. You feel me? So when it came to losing him, it was like I just switched up. You know what I'm saying? I went on a different path. I feel like it was just not being from the hood. I mean, being from the hood, but not being from the set. And then you got people who don't like you because you from Park Hill and not from the set. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's tough, but it's like you got to be a Lone Ranger in that. And I feel like that shit taught me how to be a man first. You know what I'm saying? It taught me like, nigga, I don't got to gangbang to stand on my own too. Like I got to stand on my own too, no matter what, on some man shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's like, and it's not, I wouldn't even say it was just, you know, like, I don't know. Like my uncles, you know what I'm saying, my aunties, like, they was definitely, you know, like, nigga, you ain't about to get jumped in the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to get your ass whooped, I'll beat your ass. Type shit, you know? So it's like, it was a lot, bro. It was a lot. But it was fun, bro. Being a kid in Park Hill at that time was fun. It was fun, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I got hoops, you know what I'm saying? We played football, we did all of that shit. So it was like really the gang, and especially the older gang members, they like, nigga, y'all keep doing what y'all doing. You feel me? Like, especially when the rap shit, music shit start happening, they like, hell no, you ain't from none of this shit, nigga. Keep pushing your line on that music shit.
That's real.
You feel me? So it's like, I'm grateful to say that I had a couple old heads who didn't let us fall into that trap. You know what I'm saying? Didn't let us fall into that shit. And it's like, not even to knock it, nigga. A couple of my closest friends, a couple of my brothers, like real brothers, you know what I'm saying? Gang members from different sides type shit. You feel me? Like crib homies, blood homies, all that shit. So it's like, now as men, you know what I'm saying? We kind of like, we just look at life so different than we did when we was young. You feel me? So it's like, and everybody's just standing on their shit as a man first. Like, I'm not standing on shit because I'm from this. I'm not standing on shit because I'm from this. I'm standing on shit because I'm a man. Because at the end of the day, we all are lucky, you know what I'm saying, and blessed to be here as men. We got a couple homies who didn't get to, I got memories in my head of, you know what I'm saying, niggas who didn't get to grow up. I still got memories of kids, you know what I'm saying, like teenagers in my head because I don't know what they look like as adults. You feel me?
That's deep.
Yeah. So it's like, just to be here and to be blessed, you know what I'm saying, blessed enough to still be on this planet and pressing my line and watching my kids grow up, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can do nothing but be grateful. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's bigger than what we thought it was when we was kids. So now we just, you know, we dads, bro. Like, you know, like with everything is for the family. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's just a extended family, extra family outside of the family. You feel me? So it's like, I'm grateful. You feel like at the end of the day, I'm grateful that I, you know, don't gotta be from the set, don't gotta be from, you know what I'm saying, but still get support. Still get love from the sets. You know what I'm saying? Still get love from both sides now. You know what I'm saying? These who I never thought I'd be cool with, I'm cool with. Like, type shit.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, just me being a man, you know what I'm saying? That, I mean, me now being a man, I just look in retrospect and I'm just like, you know, like, losing my cousin really fucked me up. That's what pushed me away from a lot of that shit.
That's real.
Yeah.
I respect that too, because like, and like you said, not to knock anyone, but I feel like if you could have went the opposite way in that situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and I couldn't be sitting here too. You feel me? So it's like, like everything happens for a reason, bro. I ain't saying I'm better than nobody who did it. I ain't saying I'm less than nobody who did it. It's just everything happened for a reason. My path was my path.
Okay. What kind of advice would you give an artist coming from that environment, or even just anyone in general, to get out and, you know what I'm saying, excel and do the things you've done, or even just, you know,
I mean,
grow.
push your line. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever line you pushing, you just got to push the fuck out of it. You got artists like Nipsey and Mozzie, you know what I'm saying? And like, I know Crip niggas who listen to Mozzie. I know Blood niggas who listen to Nipsey. Like, when you really pushing your line and you talking about that shit and you really, you know what I'm saying? Like, people's going to accept that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, people's going to accept it. Like, it's going to get to a point where it's bigger than, you know what I'm saying? Like, Nipsey start teaching niggas knowledge. Nipsey start teaching niggas finances and, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, look at Tim. He shouted you out in our
Yeah.
party.
And that's my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's my nigga. Like, we good. Like, I'm good money with. You know, I'm the only people I ain't good money with is bitch ass niggas. We gonna be 100. Like, that's it. You feel me? Like, and that's not everybody else who done showed me like they real. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is just that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with them and I hope niggas succeed in what they got going on. Straight up. Like, there ain't no other way to be about this shit.
Okay. What's a perfect day and what's a perfect studio session like for Trev Rich?
Perfect studio session is just I can't even. There ain't never no perfect studio session, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. My motherfucking like greatest studio sessions come from some bullshit happening at the beginning of the session. I swear to God, it'd be like the mic not working or somebody don't know how to fix the shit, and you just be like, bro, I know I'm about to catch one. That's how my thought process is. You know what I'm saying? Like when some shit is fucked up at the studio when I first get there, I was like, I'm about to catch one. I know I'm about to catch a record. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's no perfect studio session. It's just finding like, you know what I'm saying, perfection in the studio. That's what you want to do. Cause shit gonna be fucked up. I could get a phone call right now, piss me off. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just, you know, just being able to create, bro. Like there's no perfect way to create, but just being able to fucking create. Man. We got another day to make it happen. So every studio session is perfect if you think about it like that. Shit, we in here cooking.
That's real.
It's another opportunity at a billboard. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit.
Okay. Okay. I'll talk about a couple hot topics in the industry. If you want me to cut it out, I will.
Okay.
Drake was recently ordered to
next. Next, we ain't talking about none of that shit.
Okay, fair enough. I respect it. Is LeBron the GOAT? He just passed Kareem with the all-time points.
People gonna hate, but bro, I've been a LeBron fan since the beginning, so I'm always gonna say LeBron's the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Like, always. But, I mean, there's another opinion that people gonna be on your comments like, how the fuck can you say he's the GOAT over Mike and Kobe? Yeah, I already know. But LeBron is, to me, so.
I'm gonna say this. I'm a diehard Kobe fan, always have been. He's always gonna be my favorite player. I named my son Bryant.
Yeah.
No cap. But to be real, LeBron's the GOAT. I don't, like, you can't even.
Yeah.
It's hard to deny it at this point.
And he just like keep pushing his line, bro. Like that's what it is. He just got to win one more, man. I just need him to win one more, bro. Like,
my bad, that shit was kind of random. Did you see the John Moran shit?
Which one?
Backlash with
the hood homies and shit like that.
Yeah, with the laser on the gun and stuff.
Yeah.
Thoughts on that situation?
I just think people just need to mind their fucking business. Like I be seeing people post a picture like Ja when he was like with his family and he was young and shit, and they like, bro, you dressing like this and you acting like a gangster. I know a nigga who wore that same outfit who'll blow your shit off, like dead ass serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't question nobody. It's like people looking at it like he's an athlete. How can he be this and this and that? Like, bro, people don't know what the fuck people had to go through to come up. You know what I'm saying? I do agree with that. Okay, now you worth 200 M's. Like, just move smart, move smart. But I ain't gonna tell the nigga how he grew up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know. Right. His dad might be from that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be something, but it's like, I'm not going to tell nobody how they grew up or how they supposed to act and all of that shit. But I do feel like when you hit a certain level of success, you just got to move like you're successful. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
That's real. Okay, so a good balanced answer. I feel like I know the answer to this, but Biggie or Tupac?
Wayne.
Wayne's your GOAT?
Yeah. Like, I love Big and I love Tupac, but I was really a part of that, like, Wayne's run, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was really a part of Wayne's run. Like, Wayne is always going to go down as, like, that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, our generation ain't really Biggie and Pop. Our generation, because we already, like, they legends. You know what I'm saying? We grew up with that. But our generation is, like, Wayne and Kanye and 50, like,
right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to see them go at it in real time.
Remember when it was like Young Money versus Taylor game?
Exactly. Yeah. Like, it was like, we got to see that shit in real time. But like Kanye, everybody knows Kanye since the beginning I've been like avid Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Everything, production, all that shit. I'm like, bro, he crazy with this shit. So it's like Kanye and Wayne is like, you know, you still got Hove, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got to see all of that shit in real time. I didn't really get to see like a lot of the Tupac shit. Like, Tupac died in 95, 94 or something like that. I was 4 or 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I didn't get to see that whole run. I'm pretty sure I'd have loved that shit because I know all Tupac songs, but as far as me getting to see with my own eyes, like, what shit Wayne was doing, and bro, it's crazy.
Yeah. That was a good answer. I ain't heard that one yet. That's dope. Usually people just say one or the other. Yeah. That was dope. All right. Well, I think that just about does it. I guess real quick, since you did bring in Wayne, like,
I will say though, if I gotta choose between them two, it's like Biggie bars, Tupac emotion. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like but Biggie bar shit, Tupac's emotion was just undeniable though.
Right. Real quick, I know this is old, but like looking back on the Cash Money situation now, would you do anything different? 1 and 2, like how do you feel like that affected your career and
nah, like that? I feel like I'm here because of everything I've been through, bro. Like, literally, I wouldn't change nothing that I've been through. I'm here for every reason. I don't know why some shit happened the way it happened, but I got to learn. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm here now, where I'm at right now, because of all of that shit happening. So it's like I wouldn't change shit. Like, nah, I don't even know what my life would look like trying to change something in my past. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything led up to something else.
Okay.
For real.
That's real. All right. Well, this has been a legendary interview. I appreciate you for coming on the show.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I think this is our 3rd interview, 2nd real sit down. Mm-hmm. But it's always a pleasure. You know what I'm saying? I love chopping up with you. I learned a lot of game just from sitting here, you know, even as a blogger. So
I'm gonna get some game. I'm gonna give you some game. Appreciate it. As much as possible.
I also appreciate you like commenting on the platform, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's just like your opinion and stuff like that, that shit means a lot to me. Just the fact that, you know what I'm saying, like you're even willing to leave comments and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. Appreciate you sitting down, taking the time. But yeah, man, thank you.
Of course.
Make sure y'all go follow Trev Rich on everything. You got any like shout outs, any final thoughts? Anything?
Nah, just follow your boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. Send me some followers, man. I'm trying to get my shit back cracking real quick.
We definitely gonna post some clips next. Make the people go
this shit gonna go crazy. It's gonna go crazy.
Make sure y'all follow Trev Rich on everything: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, man. All links will be in the description of this interview. Shout out to sponsor today's video, 3 AM Water. Go get that hydration for the go-getters. Big shout out to Dream Space Studios. Shout out my man's Jack.
Yes, sir.
And Chi, man, we appreciate y'all for, you know, showing love and giving us the space to do this interview. Make sure I hit that like button. Comment down below your favorite Trev Rich song in the comments below, and then let us know who you want to see next in the Mile High Minute. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button to stay notified when our latest news drops. And I think that just about does it.
Yes, sir.
Mile High Minute, #1 podcast in the universe.
We turned up.
We out.
Now I'm about to go turn up action.